draft time. It is time for yet another draft with the original crew. And if you are listening to this at the time it goes up, depending on when you're listening to this, I am in the middle of getting married at this point.
Congratulations.
This is going up on my wedding day.
No way.
Happy August to all of you.
Wow.
Aw.
Yes. We are back with the original OG draft crew. It's me, your boy C, the host of most of the things right here on the Poprika Network, man. We're doing our penultimate draft for the year, our August draft. I do believe we'll have the all horror draft in October, and then it remains to be seen what we do from there. But we have the standard crew with us. To my left, we have two-time draft winner, Mr. Brian Martin.
Yeah, that's me. I'm on the left.
Yes, you're on the left.
Yeah. So close to being three-time.
So cool. Carol she pulled it out of the fire at the very end there.
Well, I was talking about the Draftomania.
Oh, Draftomania. Winstead he
took off. He deserved that.
He took off. He had a solid.
That was a solid list for sure.
You go with the crowd pleasers. Go with the crowd pleasers.
That Draftomania that happened months ago.
Yes.
Many
months ago.
It's true.
Yes.
Yes.
What a blustery August day we have here.
I can scarcely remember it.
I can seriously remember it. Across the table, we have one-time draft champ Pete Lentz. The real Pete Lentz is in person. We had to put the Pete Bot 3000 in for an oil change, so we got the actual Pete Lentz here.
Got sentient, tried to kill us.
We had to kill us. We had to take it. Miles Dyson made that Pete Bot 3000. So
Don't trust him.
Don't try to choke me with a dong.
Oh my God.
And to my right hand, we have three-time draft champ, Mr. Jermon Juicy J Jackson. Man, how you doing?
Dude, August, this would be the time for them not to have air conditioning in the studio.
This would be the time to say,
sweltering in here.
Sweltering.
Months later, months after the last draft.
So hot. So.
This is gonna be really weird if like one of us has a fatal heart attack between now and then. Wait, I thought he was dead. But no, we are still alive.
Yeah, it's going to be weird, isn't it?
All right, man. We're here to do a different kind of draft than we normally do today. We're returning for the second time to the World of the Television draft. So if you remember, like 2018, I do believe, is when we did the first TV draft, where the rules were 18 or 19.
Seems like a lifetime ago.
We've been drafting for like almost 4 years.
Really?
It's 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
That's wild.
I think we'd have gotten somewhere with it.
I've been hanging out with you guys that
long. You
long?
think Spotify would have picked us up for something by now?
Are we not pushing ivermectin enough? I don't know.
We're going to do the TV draft a little bit differently. Remember last time, the only stipulation we had is nothing less than 3 seasons. It had to be 3 seasons or more was the only rule for the first draft. This time, any and all bets are off. If you think there's a 1-season show out there that's worthy of being drafted, man, it's up for grabs. The thing that will be different about this time is this is the tag team draft. This is the first
team back again.
Back again. There it is. Thought you knew. We're gonna be drawing our little chits here as we normally do to figure out our rankings here. The odds and the evens will be drafting together as a team. So for adversaries, we got to put aside our WWF beef and come together for a tag team match here.
Check it to wreck it. Let's begin.
Check it to wreck it. Let's begin. I will be 1. Well, I needed that in the last draft. Let's see here. Jermon is 3. Jermon and I. Well, there we go. We don't need the draft anymore. Take it.
There we go.
Me and Jermon versus
right.
Pete and Brian.
Great, because I feel like Pete did some real legwork for this one, and I did not.
In standard Brian fashion. We're already sitting in our in our seats here.
Is it all
That's a word.
Is it all HBO shows with titties?
No.
Cat House, the series.
Taxi Cab Confessions.
Hookers on the point.
Man.
Red Shoe Diaries.
There. As I'm looking at my
Silk Stockings.
at my list here,
David
I think
Duchovny.
there is some titties.
All right, that's what I like to hear.
There will be titties.
Oh, that's the PTA movie.
There we go. Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis will do that shit in a second.
He's like, I'm coming out of retirement to do There Will Be Titties.
He's so method, he'd get a boob job for that.
I thought this all through. Did not think of how to decide who was going first. I got a coin here that we can flip. Never mind. I put it in my change drawer in my car. Any of you cats got a coin.
Is it going to be 10 picks per team?
It's gonna be 10 per person, so we still get 40 as we normally do.
Okay.
And we will do
2 lists of 20.
2 lists of 20.
Gotcha.
We will be alternating. You then me, then you, then me, then you, then me, then you, then me. We will flip this. If it's heads up, it'll be me and Jamon. If it is heads down, Pete and Brian. And heads up, Jamon and I.
Rigged. It was rigged.
Now, is it going to be both teams get the chance to pick? Like you're going to pick one, and then Jermon's going to pick one, and then it'll be us.
Right. No. It's Jamon picks, then you pick, then I pick, then you pick.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
good.
so back and
Still
forth.
back and forth,
Okay.
back and forth with a back and forth.
Gotcha.
All
Do
right.
you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I can go first.
All right then. What?
I'm thinking.
That was my number 2. I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a solid one.
That's a solid one, man.
Let's go with a little recency bias here. Go ahead and take the Mandalorian.
Mando.
Son of a
Yes.
bitch.
That had to be a round 1.
Yeah.
Had to be a
Yep.
round
Yeah.
It was, like I said, it was my number 2, man.
That wasn't even a thing when we did the last draft. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
Disney Plus wasn't a thing.
What? We get the new season at the end of this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
a couple months from now.
Yep.
What,
Well, it's still true.
already over,
Still
right?
true.
Still true. Yeah, still a couple months from now. What? How are you feeling about these first 2? Is season 1's better than season 2, right?
I don't.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I thought season 2 of Mando was absolutely amazing.
That's tough.
It's a tough call because I like both seasons for completely different reasons.
Right.
When I think of season 1, I think of like Mando doing Mando shit. Strange enough, when I think of season 2, I think of Bill Burr. Like goofy ass Bill Burr kind of came to play.
I
It's not
think
in
that's
that
why.
season.
But he's one of the reasons why I thought season 2 was. I thought the cameos in season 2 were way better.
I think season 2, and I've said this a couple times, if it released in one big chunk, if we just got a drop of
Netflixed
Mando
it,
and it Netflixed it, the only thing people would be talking about coming out of it was Luke Skywalker.
Right.
That's it. But if we had done season 1 that way, there would have been a lot of talk about every little thing that Baby Yoda did over the course of that season.
Right.
It would have been all encompassing. And I think that's the weakness of season 2 is the cameos, because it becomes more about the cameos than it does about the story at times. Like, it feels like what we're doing with Luke is like fan service, and what we're doing with Ahsoka is kind of fan service. And I loved every bit of it, but there's only one episode in season 1 of The Mandalorian, and it was all compressed there, that I felt like this was fan service, and it didn't quite work for me. And it was the episode where he went back to Tatooine, the Fennec Shand introduction episode, all of that. I felt like there were just shots boosted from A New Hope all throughout it, and I'm like, I get it. We're all here because we like this. You don't have to keep force feeding it to us. So,
Right.
but season 2 felt like it was peppered throughout rather than just confined to one episode. So
I thought it was a lot smarter to do it that way too, because you still want.
Oh, it definitely was.
You still want to have your fan service. You still want the fans to go, oh look, yeah, that thing. I remember that. You still want them to do that, but you also want them to be engrossed in what's actually going on in the story. And I think, like with Ahsoka, it was cool. Obviously awesome to see Ahsoka in live action.
Oh, no
which
doubt.
I was like, very, very awesome. But her contribution to the overall arc, her being at the time the only Jedi that Mando could talk to about this kid that he's pulling around, and having her, her connections to Anakin and the Clone Wars and all that, and then still being the one that had any information about Grogu and his species. And I just thought I thought it was very cool how they weaved that in. And it became, initially, oh, Ahsoka's going to be in The Mandalorian? That's weird. And then you watch the episode, oh, Ahsoka's in The Mandalorian. That makes sense.
Right.
yeah, I think asking which season is better is kind of splitting hairs. Like, it's like there's no other show on TV that looks this good. I don't think, like,
No.
production value wise, like
about
things
that.
on
I
TV
mean,
should
I
not
don't
look
know
this
about
good.
that,
As far as production value, I don't know. Like, you get every week you get something that looks like a feature film.
I think the volume is a revolutionary
Oh, yeah.
filmmaking tool.
Yeah.
For me, I
just-
think as far as best looking TV, Devs. Devs was
okay.
absolutely gorgeous as far as I mean Alex Garland. So
Sure.
yeah, you're gonna get some glorious
On my
shit
list.
in there.
Yeah, I think that Ahsoka episode was
show.
probably my favorite episode of the
We know.
series. Well,
clause exists.
not-
the
not-
Rosario Dawson
yes,
clause exists.
not for obvious reasons, but I think all the Star Wars influences were on full display there.
Yeah, I think so.
Right on. All right then. As we are, I call this team 2. Team 1, Pete and Brian. What are y'all going for first there?
Let's see. Let me look at your thing here.
I think that's when we should draft.
First, you think?
I think it should go pretty quickly.
Okay. Because I'm torn between that one or your first one because that one's high on my list too.
I do.
We'll
that
give
one.
you
I
give
would-
you the first pick.
All right, then I'm
You
gonna
pick it.
I'm gonna pick The Boys.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just throw this out there and say I have not watched it.
You haven't watched the boys at all?
Haven't watched The Boys at
No
all.
shit.
Is there
Oh,
any
really?
particular reason or you just haven't gotten
Yeah,
around
because I don't
to
have fucking time. That's the.
it? Listen, guys, I'm working hard on the lotto so Poprika can just be our jobs.
Yeah. No, I just haven't had time to get to it, and there's a lot of shows on
Six
my
on my
list to
list.
draw from that are not there, and I was like, this is one that I think should go early, just because I think everyone sees it and says, hell yeah.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. You're right. Boys is, I think it's going to be a show that's right up your alley. You know, everyone seems to be. We're all high on this deconstructionist of superheroes right now, and I think, excuse me, no show does that better than The Boys does. And you know, Moore did with Watchmen and kind of showed this dysfunctional family, for lack of a better word, of the Minutemen and the Watchmen, and The Boys just takes that to an even higher level. We see this quite obviously Justice League.
Right.
And they take great painstaking strides to show them as a family when they're out amongst the public, and then when it's just them, none of those motherfuckers like each other.
No.
And that's what
They
makes
don't.
it-
Most of them don't like humanity either.
Yeah, and I think that's also a good thing of like, once you become this super powered being, it's the Dr. Manhattan effect, that gradual detachment from humanity. Yeah. You checked out The Boys? You checked out
Oh,
The Boys?
absolutely,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Who was your favorite of the 7?
Oh gosh, I would have to say, just as a character, it's got to be Homelander.
I was gonna say, who's your favorite piece of shit?
Yeah, basically. Like,
For me, it's this motherfucker who never speaks, whose face we haven't
Black
seen.
Noir?
Black Noir. Yeah. It's like, who is this cat, man? I'm interested in finding out more about Black Noir.
I think we're gonna get that this coming season too.
Yeah, they gave him a little bit more to do in season 2. I think they're just gradually introducing him. Have you read the series, Brian? Dynamite?
I
do
have
believe?
not.
Yeah.
It was.
I read the
Dynamite.
first volume. Yeah.
It's been sitting on my shelf, the whole series, for years. Years before the show was announced, because a buddy of mine was like, you got to check this shit out. And I just never got around to it. Pete, Boys.
Oh, I love The Boys. I absolutely adore it. I love the idea of second tier heroes, Pop Claw and things like that. Like they're
Yeah.
they're the ones that get the cameos in other people's movies. You know, like I love
the
that
B-leaguers.
idea that they were still heroes, but they weren't part of the 7. I love the idea that the Vought Corporation and the manufacturing of superheroes, but keeping that secret, because if it was everybody could have some, then everybody'd have powers.
Right.
And then, you know,
And then you have Astro City.
I do love. I think Homelander is just one of the most compelling villains on television. He's got the Boys. One of the things the Boys does the best, I think, in terms of the superhero genre. One of the things it does the best is to show the characters' idiosyncrasies when they're not saving people or blowing shit up.
Right.
The fact that Homelander is this huge piece of shit, superpowered, unstoppable force that has mommy issues. You know, and with the milk and the weird pseudo sexual thing.
I'll drink Elizabeth Shue's breast milk.
Titties. I would let the record reflect that titties have been drafted on our side.
Yep.
Fuck, we are slipping already. Dude.
We got titties out the gate, Brian. Woo!
Yep.
Was Star Trek 5 a TV show?
and Esposito.
Yeah,
It's all over this.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
Esposito, man, that cat.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's got a handful of scenes in
Yeah.
season 2. And the fact that he just stands up face to face and talks shit to Homelander's face, it's you know, to quote Batman Begins, that's the kind of power you can't buy.
Right.
He just stands there and gives it to him.
That's
Homelander
power
just
you can't buy.
and you can't. He just takes it, man. The world's most powerful person just takes his verbal lashing.
And
then
the
goes
thing about it
about his
is
day.
you think like from that scene, even having the scene prior where you thought that Elizabeth Shue was safe, and Homelander put that to bed.
Put that to bed.
And Homelander's not going to put Esposito to bed. Like
It's old
wow,
wrestling
dude.
parlance of putting over. Like we know Homelander is the badass, but then we have this dude who just completely quiets him. Like, oh, he's even more badass.
Yeah.
Right. You got to wonder what the early days of Homelander looked like if Esposito was in his life. You know what I mean? Like what must the Vought Labs have been like when Homelander was a kid? You know?
Right. I think Esposito would have been like the Tywin Lannister to Homelander's Joffrey
For sure.
Lannister.
For sure.
Yeah. Right.
Does that mean he's going to take an arrow on the toilet at the end of season 3?
Let's hope. All right then. Back on over to Team 2. I think we want to go ahead and take the popular pick. Ted Lasso. Fuck. Yes. Fuck.
Don't worry. There's still fresh meat on the table.
I know. It's just fuck. That was my next pick for sure. That was gonna be off the list next. Fuck. Fuck.
And the first snipe of the day.
First time of the day. Boys was number 6 on my list. Yeah, Ted Lasso, never seen an episode.
Nor have I.
Man, you always drafted Ted Lasso. You haven't even watched a single episode of that show. I'm disappointed.
Yes, that's how the draft works sometimes.
Hey, there was some. I don't know. Season 2 got a little bit of flack online. So.
Yeah, here's the deal. I'm a film critic. I watch a lot more movies than I do television. So most of the stuff on my list, I haven't seen a fucking episode of.
I don't have Apple Plus.
You are missing out on some great television.
You really are.
I had it with the trial. I guess whenever you buy like a Apple product,
Apple product,
you
you
get
get
a
it,
trial.
yeah.
But if you try to cancel early, they'll shut the whole damn thing down.
Wow.
Like you don't even get to keep it past that. Normally, if you
don't even get to fill out the trial. It's
Yeah, if you cancel your
Jesus.
if you cancel
We'll be taking that Apple Pencil back too.
yeah, basically.
When I put in my 2 weeks notice at Best Buy, it was a 3-page long memo, and they just said, "You don't have to come back anymore."
Basically, what it is, what it is.
Yeah, that day was my final day.
Tim Cook. That motherfucker's cutthroat.
Your boy Tim Apple. Yeah, it's one worth checking out. I think
100%.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Nothing but good.
It's an unbelievable show.
A beacon of positivity when we were at our lowest as a country.
That's it.
I
That's
didn't.
it.
I did not. I didn't see Ted Lasso coming, man. I heard these people talking about it, and I was like, "Is that Sudeikis promo thing from NBC? Like, what? That's that we made a show about that? Okay." And then I watched the show and went, "Oh my god, it's one of my favorite shows ever."
It's so snappy.
I didn't see it coming, man. Blindsided.
And it strikes this almost impossible balance of like positivity without schmaltziness. You know, like it never
doesn't get
veers into
maudlin.
this sappiness. Yeah, it's like it's just played with absolute sincerity. And like the people in his orbit who are curmudgeonly or negative or dealing with shit,
Roy Kent.
they are gradually brought, like everybody, they're gradually brought into his orbit and sort of find themselves realizing how much better life can be if you just stay positive all the time. You know, it's such a great show, man.
And to think that he's coming out with this positivity in the middle of getting divorced from Olivia, was it Wild or Munn? Wild. Yeah. It's man, to keep putting out a great positive product in the middle of a shitty life situation it's difficult.
I think he kind of dealt with that in the show, actually.
Kind of worked some
dealt
of
with
his
his
feelings out.
absolutely.
Yeah. I would also like to give a shout out to my boy Ryan Kennedy, who won an Emmy for his work on sound design for that show.
There you go. Right on. Awesome. All right, then back over to you, enemy. What do y'all got?
Well, back.
What do you think? So I'm thinking this needs to go very soon.
You think so?
I think so. But you what do you got?
Well, I was gonna do that one. That one really hit me good here recently.
Yes.
I think so. We're gonna go with Ozark.
Oh, well done, Bird Gang. Yeah,
Ozark was another one that, like, I listened to people tell me constantly over and over. Man, you got to watch Ozark. Got to watch Ozark. And I'm like, I'm a Jason Bateman fan, but I feel like there's, every time I see that, I like can't get a read on what kind of show it is or whatever.
Yeah.
And then watch the show. And
Because you're pretty recent
oh my
Ozark,
God.
aren't?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you watched it months ago. But you were the last.
No, I watched it. See what you did there. Yeah,
the most recent of us.
as of this taping, it was a very recent watch for me.
Yeah.
But I was extremely late to the party, but oh my God, what a fucking show. And now, April 29th, again, as of this recording, I'm looking forward to the end of season 4. Looking into the future, I hope it was good. I love they've also planned to end the show, and I absolutely adore when shows do that.
Yeah,
I love it when they
stay their welcome.
Right.
For and done.
They've got an end game in play. They know where they're going with the end of the show, and when shows announce it's going to be the end, awesome. My favorite show ever, Battlestar Galactica, did the same thing. When it was time to go, they went. They wrote an ending. The ending still managed to come out with a hint of ambiguity, but it was still over.
Yeah.
The story was over. And I think they're going to do the same thing with Ozark, and I am here for it.
I think they're 100% going to do that same thing with Ozark. I think there is a very specific ending in mind they have. Bateman has made this, I've said it a million times, comedic people do the best drama. And Bateman has managed to create a captivating ass character in Marty Byrde.
Oh, yeah.
And this wild ass family who's caught up in his shit. The Snells were the wildest bits of business in that show. I like the Snells. And so much going on in Ozark that I
love it. When I watched that and I saw Jacob Snell, is that his name? The main guy?
With
I
the
think it's
big bushy goatee?
Yeah. When I saw that and I pointed, I'm like, Westworld. Like that's where I'd seen him from.
Where is he? What is he in Westworld?
He's Delos. He's the Delos clone.
Yes, that's right.
They have him in the room and like he's walking, like he's isolated by himself.
Yeah.
Has the one little clip of him jerking off in it.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why I remember that.
I do.
Have you seen Ozark?
I haven't seen that yet.
Dude,
no.
Netflix, get
I've
on
heard-
that.
Oh yeah.
I've heard so many good things though.
Get on that
I love Jason Bateman.
Ozark was a straight up cool turn. I love Isai Morales in it, and I'm not entirely I love the way they're playing Marty Byrde. I'm not entirely sure that his character is not supposed to be a little bit on the spectrum in the way he.
I mean, great with numbers, very hyper focused on things
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah. I
would
think
not
they're.
be,
I think they're trying to play. They're trying to play with that without being heavy handed about it.
Yeah, I think
Like-
Julia Garner is also amazing. That's the show that has put her on the map.
She's stolen that show from
She
me.
has stolen. I don't know shit about fuck.
Oh my god! When I put that on my Facebook, that was like 3 different people put that quote on the thread. I don't know shit about fuck.
Whenever, because Leslie was rewatching it before the newest season came out, and every time I poke my head in and I see her playing it, I would just say, I know shit about fuck, and then leave the room. And then when I was about to do it in one random time, I popped into the room, and then that scene actually happened, and I was like, my work here is done.
Yeah.
And this, what you got on Ozark there? I know you've been up on that.
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched Zark, man? Dude,
watched
get on the Zark, baby.
I don't have time.
I'm glad I'm not the only one with blind spots. Here.
I ain't got. Yeah, no, you're gonna find some blind spots. I wouldn't be surprised if we can comprise a list of 40 shows that I haven't seen a goddamn single episode of today.
Oh wow!
We're gonna just devise a plan to kidnap Jacqueline and Miles and have a long, protracted investigation period where you just sit back and watch movies.
There's going to be a
watch TV.
protracted investigation period where people are like, "What happened to your wife and kid?" Because there's a lot of shows to get through.
I'm
We'll
happy
put them
to
up in the
say.
Valentine Hotel. They'll be all
I'm
right.
happy to say that with the exception of one show, I've seen everything on my list.
I compiled my list and I sorted it and ranked it, and I was like, I've seen maybe 10 all the way through. 1.
Wow.
Yeah. As far as I can think, yeah, 1. A whole lot I have not seen on here. Not 2. Okay, it is on over to us. Dramon, go for it, sir.
Yes. Our next pick, we're going to go for some recency bias here. Since the new season has just started recently, we're
You
going
mean
to.
that new season happened a couple months ago?
Yes. Man, that was a doozy.
Man, boy, was it a doozy.
Man, we're going to go with Atlanta.
We're going with Atlanta. Yeah. Man, talk about it.
God, that show is so who? Well, actually, we knew Donald Glover had that in him, but the writing,
I didn't.
I knew, like seeing his stuff from Community and just kind of knowing about his sensibilities, like it's like comedy, it's drama, it's like there's elements of horror in there sometimes. That show is so surreal.
Wow.
I think surreal is the best
Yeah.
word.
Never seen it.
for You never seen Atlanta?
Oh man,
Bro.
I have seen Atlanta. I've seen it.
yes.
Atlanta is...
Literally just 2 words.
He just wants to be on the list of
Teddy
having seen it.
Perkins.
Teddy Perkins.
That's all you
That,
need.
that is a fucking weird hour television. It's great. It's so great.
There's an episode this current season that's even, might be even more fucked up than Teddy Perkins, if that's possible.
Yeah, it would starts out as just like the life of a rapper, his manager, the manager's girlfriend,
And they're like tag along buddy.
and their tag along buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like how far can you stretch that premise out? And the roads that they've taken and gone, and like the commercial. I'm pretty sure it's Atlanta. The commercial that of the black dude that's just driving that new
Oh,
Dodge.
the BT parody episode they did.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this, it parodies all the car commercials
Yeah.
of smooth dude in a nice car, and like he passing by the ladies, oh wow, and he gets out and he's just butt naked.
Yeah,
and
he
you
says the
find out,
wife left him or
his
something.
Wife took everything in
Yeah.
a divorce, and all he
he had
has
was the Charger.
was this nice ass car to drive around
They
town
did.
in.
They did an Arizona tea commercial that had me just howling. Like,
Yeah,
the dude goes into the convenience store, gets an Arizona tea, and they charge him $1.29. He's like, it's 99 cents. The
99
price is
cents.
on the can.
Yeah.
He's like, the cashier's like, but the price is on the can. It is like,
It is. There's 2 shows I think in the recent times that have been a perfect blend of drama and comedy. It is Atlanta and it is Masters of None. And Atlanta is just every bit of it is great. So back over to the enemy.
To the enemy, huh? Okay. So you taking a look here. We're comparing lists.
Yeah,
and
as
seeing
we
what's,
do. As we do.
What's hot on them.
So like I like this one.
Yeah, so do I.
feel like it might be safe for a little while though.
I think it's going to be.
you know.
This one may go.
Yeah.
And about that one. And then we got some of these new
Yeah,
joints.
like that. See, that's we're just going. We're going for the recency bias vote here.
Okay.
Man, jeez. All right, you want? I got a silver bullet on my list. You want to see my silver bullet?
What is it?
Oh, he's talking about
That guy right there.
Oh shit!
They're only 2.
That is,
werewolf-
that,
kill
it's
werewolves in
safe.
I think that's safe. That may
Safe
need
for
to
a
be the
while.
last pull.
We're
That may need to
doing
be the
that at the
last.
very
respect
end.
for the werewolf community.
Anyways,
so they
back
got
to
some
business
shit up
for
their
right
sleeve.
now. Right for right
We
now.
need some shit up
I
our
think
sleeve.
this is officially your stamp.
All right, well,
this is your stamp.
Then
so
I'm
you
going to
can-
select. This is the first show of our team draft that I've actually watched, and I'm going to say Watchmen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. It was between Watchmen and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if we can pair it with that one.
I don't know. I think I feel like Watchmen's, to me, it's like a perfect 10 television show. And there's
Yes.
very, very few seasons of TV or just runs of TV that I would classify as a perfect 10, like flawless series. And Watchmen is there.
Yeah. There's no weak episodes in there in that season.
I don't think there's a weak fucking moment in that season.
No,
Like everything clicks. It should never have worked, And I guess the reason I felt like it should never have worked is because we've been told for so long that it can't work, and then they found a way to not only make it work but expand the mythos in a way that we're all like, that's pretty fucking badass,
Yes. Jeremy Irons is Ozymandias. It was the inspired
Yes,
pick.
for sure.
What a thing. Yeah.
I thought I did think it was I thought it was a bold choice to set the show as a direct sequel to the graphic novel, not the film. And I
Yes.
think
Yeah, the one that people saw more of,
I
the
think that-
film was not the pick they went with.
Yeah, and I think that might have fucked with people a little bit too, where there's all these references to the original ending of the comic, and that's not how the movie ended.
Yeah, hopefully that boosted the sales of the graphic novel.
I hope it did too. I went back and read the thing again.
I don't think you needed to know it, going in.
Well, you
There's
got
so many
squid
people I
fall from
talked
the
to.
sky, and you don't know what's going on.
So
Yeah.
many people that I knew watched it had
Never read the-
no knowledge of the graphic novel or hadn't read it and didn't see the movie, and they came out of it and that was a fucking incredible TV show.
Okay.
It's amazing that they were able to craft something that could satisfy literally every audience for it.
If you don't have the film's taint in your mouth, I think I think
Taint's a strong word.
I will ride hard till the end of my days for that film. I fucking love Watchmen.
I think cinematically, it's brilliant. I think the fundamental change of the ending gets away from the comics message. I think
the fundamental change makes more sense for a mass audience.
I mean, I guess, but the amount of popularity of the graphic novel kind of tells me that doesn't matter.
I'm gonna say, and I think this is kind of what Alan Moore has always gotten at on Watchmen. I think that the real point of the graphic novel is that you can look at every image as long as you want to and soak it in. I don't think it's a story that benefits from being fed to you at a deliberate pace. And I think that's the big difference between the movie and the graphic novel. And that's why Alan Moore has said this is unfilmable, because you can't replicate the experience of looking at it and absorbing things at your desired pace. And the movie is just shoving everything at you constantly. It does a pretty good job of it.
While still making it cinematically jump off the page. Many of the frames are directly out of the comic. You just don't get to spend enough time with them.
To get them in.
Shout out to Dave Gibbons. You got anything on Watchmen TV show?
I haven't seen it.
That was one of the first series in a long time that was appointment television for me.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Right on. It's back over to us. What do we? Oh, we said we're gonna go. Yeah, I think it's on you, so go for it.
Oh, actually,
it's on me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna go back to the '90s.
Yes.
For our pick, man. We're dipping into the world of animation.
Martin, huh? Oh, sorry.
I'm the man. We're going to Batman the Animated Series for ours.
He literally just showed me that. It was like, this is what we should get next.
No. I was showing it because I knew that's what they were going to pick. That's what I was,
Yeah.
I was like, that's definitely where they're going.
It is the next thing up on my watch list, man. Enough people have given me shit for years that I was like, okay.
It's damn good.
Possibly today.
Stands.
I might sit down and
Holds true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched it when it dropped on HBO Max recently, and it still holds up.
You watch the whole thing?
Not all of it. There's a lot of episodes.
Yeah,
you got
it was 47
Shit.
episodes.
No, that first season was 65 episodes.
Yeah, because that's how animation was.
Because it was a weekly
thing.
kids animation. So
some poor Chinese companies just breaking their hands getting them shits out every
The second season's going to be like 20 episodes, and they just tack it on, and they keep those original 65 in circulation, and just keep.
Nobody asked them to go that hard.
No, but they did.
That they did. Oh my God!
By all reports,
that is among all the Batman properties that currently exist in film, other cartoons, the original series, if you want to count that, all of the different things that the different ways we've seen Batman. I still contend that Batman the Animated Series is the quintessential Batman.
Yeah, 100%.
I just can't get down with that square ass chin. I'm gonna try to get past that. As a kid, I was like, this looks goofy as fuck because that's not human anatomy. That does not look anatomically correct.
It's stylized.
It's
stylized
as a kid,
animation.
I didn't know what stylized meant.
Yeah.
So
It's going to hit you different now.
Yeah.
Let's see when you watch it.
It's definitely kind of aping the Fleischer Superman art style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
But it's like, because it's kind of weird because they made it retro but timeless at the same time.
That
Like all the
translated
TVs.
over into the Superman cartoon as well,
Yeah.
like that ran concurrently.
Yeah.
And especially when they crossed over, it was like, oh, this animation style is exactly the
A
same.
little world's finest action there.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to see how this... I mean, people love them some Batman animated series. Dave Cunningham still gives me shit for not seeing it.
There are episodes in there that are just stand among the best TV shows of
The Clayface
that I've ever
episode
seen.
fucking
Feet of Clay.
kills me.
The
Feet of Clay.
Clayface two-parter.
Heart of Ice is
Heart
just-
of Ice is another one. Almost Got Him is another one.
Yeah.
Oh, almost got him. That's a good one.
Oh God!
You
what
remember?
what
I think
show.
it was the later in the run. They had another Clayface episode on there with that little girl that Robin meets.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
most fucked up ending I've ever seen to any episode of television ever.
All right.
Great stuff.
All right, so it is back on over to Channel 1 in the TV draft.
Okay, man. Okay, so I've got, again, I think you're right about this being safe, but there's a bunch of, one of these has got to come off, I think. What do you think? You want to hit that one right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's another fresh in everybody's mind. I don't want to go too hard on the superheroes, but
Right. I mean, but I think we kind of have to. We're going to take
already-
Peacemaker off the list.
Wow. Okay. You guys are going hard on the superheroes, huh? Was that on your list?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had to think it was somewhere down on my
It
list.
was, yeah. Sad thing is, it came to me like late last night after I finished putting it together. I was like, oh, wait a minute, it's Peacemaker.
Oh, no, this is not on my list.
There's
here.
a lot of shows that just like I didn't think of Peacemaker either. It was on Pete's list, and I'm like, that's
Yeah,
definitely
Peacemaker.
a good
Yeah.
pick. It's another one that like everybody's thinking about, and nobody really has anything bad to say about it. You know, it's like
I have 2 left. So yeah, I've been enjoying the fuck out of it so far.
Man, it's badass.
They've made Peacemaker an interesting, somewhat layered character,
Yeah.
and it seems like they are running full steam towards a some sort of confrontation between him and his dad needs to be had. And
How many episodes you got left?
He's got 2 left.
Okay.
2 or 3 left.
All right.
Well, it's either 2 or 3, but I think it's 2. And that needs to happen narratively, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that.
They
Yeah.
managed to put more layers on a character like Peacemaker of all people, like in the same universe where they
joke.
couldn't do the same with Superman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Well,
it's
I mean,
this.
it's
saying.
Gunn.
I was just getting ready to say this is the Gunn effect, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That James Gunn, a tent pole for Marvel,
Yeah.
made us give a shit about a raccoon and a talking tree.
Yeah.
Has now made me DC poo-pooer give a shit about DC.
Yeah.
Like you gave me the Suicide Squad, which completely makes me totally forget that Ayer's Suicide Squad existed, and now you've given me Peacemaker, which I think as hilarious and irreverent, as violent as it is, it's also extraordinarily compelling.
It
think
actually
there's some-
has heart.
Yeah.
it's something to be said for like the suits up top not giving a shit about C-list and D-list characters. You know, because that's the connective thread there is that it's not that they were able to do this with Peacemaker and they can't do it with Superman. It's that Warner Brothers would not let them even remotely attempt to do something like this with Superman because the property is too guarded, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like it's the same reason we're always going to get a progressively darker Batman films. It's because it's like we got to make him dark, guys. And I mean,
Gotta hope so.
and it's like, I mean, like that's the current mindset, the current mentality is like Batman is a dark character. When the kids who grew up with Brave and the Bold end up running Hollywood, we might go back to silly Batman for a movie or two.
Gotta
you know?
hope not.
That Schumacher bullshit.
But
Back on his bullshit.
Rest in peace of Schumacher, but not no.
But
sir.
but that's the thing though. It's like Gunn comes along and says, "Anybody do anything with King Shark?" And they're like, "Fuck no." And he's like, "Good." And so and he just goes to town on it because you think about Suicide Squad, the biggest character in Suicide Squad was Harley Quinn.
Right.
And she's a character who is being set up as their Deadpool, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like she can cross genres. We don't have to worry about whether this movie even gels with the last movie she was in. It's like people see her and they accept, oh, this is wacky.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, of course you can throw her into something like that and nobody's going to raise a fuss. But try throwing Superman into a movie where it's like just like his head explodes. No. Like Warner Brothers would be like, no.
I think Peacemaker is far, far closer to James Gunn's actual sense of humor than Guardians of the Galaxy is.
Yeah.
I think Gunn's sense of humor leans dark, vulgar, and he can't do that with Disney films. So we get
Go watch Slither. You'll figure that right out.
Slither. I mean, he wrote the Belko Experiment, which is
Oh, yeah.
fucking weird and dark. And
Super was so over the top.
Yeah, Peacemaker is very close to Gunn as he truly is.
What do you think is that other project he said was spinning off of Suicide Squad that he's doing? Like
Oh, I forgot he said something about that. I don't
he
know.
won't. He hasn't disclosed what it was.
Well, it's not Harley because she's got her
Really hope it's a King Shark thing.
I'm thinking it's
him and Sylvester Stallone getting together
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
maybe it's Weasel. Maybe it's a series where they have to hunt down.
Well, I
Weasel.
mean, hey, I guess the movie sort of set it up.
Yeah, it did something already. All right, good call on there.
He eats kids.
Where are we going, Jamon?
Let's see here.
Did we say we were going to go?
Yeah. Well, let's roll with that.
Go for it, sir.
All right. So, we're gonna go with another over the top director here with one with Taika Waititi with What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
we're
call.
going
Wow.
there. We're going there.
Good call. Good call.
I think we're gonna get some Taika Waititi votes.
Yes.
Out of that.
The movie was absolutely incredible, just hilarious. I did get to see a few episodes of the series. God, that was like there was maybe the second episode, I think, where they went to a city council meeting. Just hilarious.
And it's just like the life of these vampires, right?
Yeah, it's like a document. It's a mockumentary.
It's a mockumentary of these vampires. Where? Because I haven't seen the show. Where are they? Did it say? Like, are they in the U.S. or?
I think it's in the U.S. I forget. Was it the U.S.? I can't remember off the top of my head. But
Have either one of you watched What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
No.
Negative.
But
but again, it's one of those ones that's definitely on my list. I know I want to see it.
But it's a different because it's a different set of vampires from the ones in the movie.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So not a direct sequel to the movie, just in that same universe.
Yeah.
Doesn't Wesley Snipes' Blade show up?
Yeah. There's an episode.
What?
Yeah, I had that episode spoiled to me. Like I think in the first season. Like a lot of vampire like adjacent characters like end up popping up in cameos in the last episode of the.
Oh my god!
Wow. Yeah.
All right then. Right.
It's incredible.
Now I have to.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
It's one of those I can't believe wasn't spoiled for me yet.
Yeah, right.
It's wild.
Hey,
I think they're only half-hour episodes too. So I mean, it's
they're nice and quick.
Yeah.
Easily digestible.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right then. Channel 1. What do you have?
Okay. All right. What do we think here? Do we want to go back in time, or we want to keep hitting this new? What's
Man, where was it? I just lost the thing. I lost the thing. Oh no, there. I'm thinking like that, but
Yeah, that's on both of our lists. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. We're going to take The Good Place.
yeah.
There's a couple people you're gonna get some votes from, I think.
Speaking of 30-minute comedy shows,
Yeah.
that I can't believe weren't spoiled for me before I saw it.
Oh yeah,
I have an idea of the premise of the show.
it's goddamn perfection is what it is. I'm like The Good Place. They obviously we want to play the Poprika game.
Yes.
We want to get some votes. But if I'm as I'm looking at my list, if I was going to put something up at the top, like The Good Place would be easily top 5 shows that I've seen in the last couple years. The Good Place is to tell you more about it would actually be to spoil some of the reveal of the show. So let's just say The Good Place is where you go when you die.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Okay.
And
are we talking like purgatory or
No.
Again-
Purgatory is actually somebody's house, so don't worry about that. There actually is a house that is purgatory. People
And if that
show up
gives
there.
you-
People come over sometimes and just have sex at our house and shit. Yeah, it's like
because people want to do things in purgatory they can't do in The Good Place. Like it's so to even put that visual in your head, that's the kind of mindset of this show.
such a great cast, though.
Oh my God, yeah.
Kristen Bell, right?
Darcy Carden is the powerhouse in that show. She's the one who
Janet.
plays Janet.
Oh my God.
Who is the information assistant, like the Alexa of The Good Place.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh, she's fantastic.
She is so
Hey Janet,
good.
bing. Yes, I'm right here. Like she pops up and
and then
she
you-
delivers all sorts of factoids.
And when you go to different places, there are different Janets. There's a bad Janet. She's
no.
she's an asshole.
yeah.
It's great. It's so
Dude, The
wonderful.
Good Place, 100% worth a watch. Like, and again, to tell you any more about it would be to spoil some of the reveal that comes out.
There's a lot of surprises.
Yeah.
More than I thought.
Okay.
I will say that as well. Like with there's a big one in season 1. I was like, what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And the fact that they can't curse, that's where you get holy forking shirt balls.
That's why I've seen, I've seen the gifs and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Kristen Bell fucking kills it.
Right.
Kristen Bell kills it in that
Yes.
show.
Kristen Bell, underrated comedic actress, I think.
Yep.
All right, then, is back on over to us, Jamon, man. Whatever you're, listen to your heart. What are you feeling like? We did not come to any. Very good call, sir. All right, Jamon, listen to your heart, sir. We'll see how this whole thing plays out.
Let's see here. I think we need to go comic book this go round.
We do not. Well, we have Batman the Animated
Batman.
Series.
Yeah, I think we need to.
You want to go with that?
Yeah.
All right, then go for it, sir.
Let's go ahead and go ahead.
Of all of them, do you think that's the one that's
I
going to
think
get you?
I think that's
okay.
the
Go
one.
for it.
I think that's the one. We're gonna go ahead and take WandaVision off the board here.
WandaVision.
Okay.
WandaVision.
I would argue that's probably one of the best of the Disney Plus
For sure.
MCU
I think
series.
it's the best.
I would argue that's the only one worth drafting today.
Yes.
I disagree. I think you can get some votes off of Loki too.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't
Possibly.
think you're going to get
Probably.
votes off
I
of
think-
like What If.
I think of them all, I think WandaVision's the one you're going to remember, though.
You know, the shit thing about this is Miss Marvel will have come out between now and then.
Oh, man. No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's probably-
We have no idea if that's going
Yeah.
to be the greatest thing of all time.
But yeah, that show was just something else that we haven't seen in the MCU before. Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know, it had the elements of horror in there. It was like literally like watching a season-long Twilight Zone episode.
Boy, guys, Doctor Strange was really a great movie, wasn't it? So, what they did with the character was interesting. A whole Demi Moore striptease part of that movie. It was weird.
the day after, there's just going to be a bunch of takes online about how that movie ruined Scarlet Witch's character, and Jermon's just going to hang his head, just look at his phone and toss it across the room.
When do we draft this movie? I
Call an audible.
I think it is like, how do superheroes explore grief? And that's what you get in this movie. And sometimes it's not in the healthiest of ways.
No.
And and this is a byproduct of someone who does not have the proper resources to deal with the loss that she's taken in her life. Because I mean, who was there to console her? The main cause of her grief would be the only person who would be there to console her.
Right.
So you're in this horrible feedback loop of just a person with awesome power who has no outlet to express that grief. And that's what this is all about.
And yeah, I love the way the story was actually told, where you see this, the sitcom-y world, but you just get there's that eerie feeling that something's just off with everything that's going on.
Yeah, it's all very superficial.
Yeah.
And there's something happening behind those things. What do you guys got on WandaVision out there?
Well, I mean, I was in from the moment I found out it was going to be aping different decades of sitcoms.
Absolutely.
Like
Me too.
that's like
Me
I'm
too.
in and like going into the first couple episodes and just knowing that it's like obviously there's a deeper mystery here, but they can take as long as they want to with it because I'm really enjoying every aesthetic piece of this show.
Yeah, part of the fun is what is that show are they going for here? This is Bewitched, or this
Right.
is Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, this is Dick Van Dyke.
Or it's
This
Modern
is My Three
Family, or
Sons.
It's like, and they just keep going and going and going with it. And I thought that was great. But I also loved kind of what you were talking about, that like the end result of that show is like sort of like, what if Brian Benben's character from Dream On HBO?
Yeah.
Pete knows what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Like, what if he had
Titties.
horrific,
Invoked
horrible
right there.
trauma and superpowers? This is exactly how he would have coped with his trauma by creating these sort of like television
Oh,
environments, right? And
Oh,
like,
what a spot on
she,
take, dude.
She,
that was
she
great.
grew up watching a bunch of DVDs,
Yeah.
and then dealt with something terrible, and then had to
VHS,
dive
sir.
in there. Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
VHS.
Yeah, it starts out very happy and chipper, and by the end of it, there's nothing happy
No.
going on in that at all. I didn't know we were going to get Tommy and Billy back for Doctor Strange too. It was great
Right?
seeing them on screen.
All right, Catherine Hahn, man, she swung for the fences on that.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I knew
Just
who
put
she
her in
was as a
everything.
comedian.
I think
and
she's
this
great in
is-
everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She is just great in everything. This is what really made me start paying attention to Catherine.
Yeah.
And I was like, ain't she cute? All right, Channel 1 is back over to you all.
It is?
Oh, it is. Yeah, we're talking so much about WandaVision
Yeah,
that we're
right.
like,
we really got to pick this
did we
up,
draft
man.
that?
We really got to pick this up.
um,
We're not even close to halfway. We got an hour left.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you want to go there?
yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, you hit
go ahead and draft Firefly.
That might be a
Yeah,
vote getter.
yeah.
That might be a vote
See,
getter.
here's the
I
thing.
don't think it will,
it's,
man.
It's,
You don't think
it's iffy because
Oh,
you've
the
got the
Whedon
Whedon
connection.
factor. You got the Whedon factor, but the brown coats are are who they are.
The
I don't
Browncoats
think
are strong.
Like I think the Whedon stuff has a more negative impact on Buffy than it does on Firefly.
I think Whedon's name has a negative impact on everything Whedon's touched.
Yeah, but I think Nathan Fillion can overpower.
I
that.
think Alan Tudyk can also.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Tudyk.
think more Alan Tudyk because Fillion's got some shady shit out there too.
So yeah,
yeah.
but the Browncoats can't stop the signal. I don't know whatever the hell else the catchphrase
Plus,
is.
goddamn it, it's just a
That
fucking
is-
good show.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
I think
Watch how I soar.
You know, it gotta there's an alternate universe somewhere where it went like 4 or 5 seasons. You know, it's kind of was quietly shuffled off, but I would have loved to have seen some of the more shenanigans, what other characters they brought in. Like Jubal Early is one of the best characters of that show, man. And we only got one episode. I would have loved to have seen like multiple antagonists to Jubal Early popping up all
for sure.
as the recurring bad guy. But you know, we don't get shit like that. But what we do get of Firefly made stars out of them all, with the exception of like Jewel S. Like, what does she do these days besides Firefly panels?
Who?
Jewel State.
Jewel
Kaylee.
State. Oh, yeah. Actually,
She's on a show now. She does have a show, I think.
yeah, I think she's on a show now. It was funny. My daughter and I were watching episodes of Supernatural the other night, and she showed up.
Oh.
Jewel State was one of the monsters. She was a monster.
Oh, nice.
But I was like, hey, there's that Firefly
That's
connection
Kaylee.
right there. It's Kaylee.
Yeah, it's Kaylee.
Yeah.
It is a great show. I just don't know about those votes, man. That's
We'll see.
a risky gamble that might pay off quite well for Channel One.
I would vote for it. I think Firefly's the shit.
It is the shit, man. But some people just been hating on it since it came out. I never understood why. Man.
It's a great board game too, by the way. It's a very, very fun Firefly board game.
Did you all before we move on real quick? Were you Firefly or Serenity first?
Oh, Firefly first. I was
Firefly,
there.
for sure.
I was there night
I haven't
one.
seen
for that.
either.
I was there night one as well.
Yeah, I was
To be let
Serenity
down
first,
by
man.
Fox's order
Oh God, yeah,
mishap.
it made no sense.
Fox's Order 66.
Yeah.
I was a Serenity guy first, and I was like, "What do you mean? There's a whole show based around this?"
Well, not a whole show, but
Well, 11 episodes. What do you mean? There's 11 episodes of a show based around this? All right, then it is back on over to Us Channel 2. We said we're going with this one.
Yeah.
Man, you know, since the rule is we can't draft anything that was drafted before, and since we can't draft Breaking Bad,
Here it comes.
Oh yeah.
I knew that was going to happen.
you draft Better Call Saul. Never seen an episode.
No,
That's that vote getting right there. He's doing that
Except
thing
for,
again.
It's one of
called playing the game, sir.
it's called
It'll be
Play the
over
Game.
by the time this airs too.
Yeah. The show has come to an end. I heard it was immensely successful, which is why you should vote for it here.
Bob Odenkirk.
Maybe you'll watch it by the time this
Maybe I'll
podcast
watch
comes
it.
out.
It's one of Leslie's favorite shows, man. She's all up on some Better Call Saul. It just, this the shadiness of this dude whose name isn't even really Saul, and kind of how he exists in this universe, and you know, seeing how Jimmy navigates all the shadiness that goes on. It's, you know, people love Mr. Show, but this is what Odenkirk is going to be remembered for forever, I think. What's you guys' thoughts on Better Call?
I've seen the first season and I love it.
Yeah.
It's but you know, like with all things, it's just dust on the wind.
Bob, stop that. Odenkirk is good at shadiness.
Yes.
Yes, and he does it well, except for Little Women. when he
And I
pops
think it's not even Odenkirk's acting ability. It's his voice. It's everything. Like he is this package that he's the only person on earth who could play Saul Goodman.
Agreed.
I firmly, because I mean, like that's the only reason you cast him in a prequel. That's going to take 10 more years to tell. and Odenkirk is not a young man. He had a heart attack last year, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You know, he shows his age, but through the wonder of hair pieces, is able to continue playing Saul Goodman to the delight of us all.
And to the delight of us all. All right, then it is back on over to Channel 1 for their next draft.
Okay. I'm really thinking about that one. I'm thinking about that one, and I'm thinking about these bottom two.
Oh, okay.
And at some point, I want to put this on the list just because.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But one of these, and like I said, I think that's on their list.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Go for it.
Okay. We're going to go with Mayor of Easttown.
Oh, you guys in your limited series, man. Kate Winslet, man. Just
Old Vapin' Kate.
old
I'm
baby.
vaping Kate.
You guys vamp about this vaping while I go get another beer.
All right, then. I love Mayor of Easttown. That was it seemed like the kind of depressed drama that I just wouldn't want to get into. But every time I see trailers for it, I'm like, I don't watch that. And then Poprikans wouldn't shut up about it. Daryl wouldn't shut up about it, And it was like, well, it's only a couple episodes. I'll give this I'll watch it. I'll give it one episode in. I was like, we're starting the next one.
Keep it going.
I got to keep it going. And I found it like that's definitely one of Kate Winslet's most compelling characters. What's her nuts?
Jean Smart.
Who's her mom? Jean Smart. Yeah. Oh my God. Her turn in Mayor of Easttown makes me want to watch Hacks.
Yes.
Hacks is supposed to be great.
And I still haven't.
That's what Jean Smart got her Emmy or nomination for.
Yeah.
Hacks.
Yeah.
I believe. Or both, maybe.
I think she got a supporting nod for Mayor of Easttown, I think.
Yeah.
But she was great in that. Like, every character in this show had layers of complexity from the jump that on their character, like, I think the spot of good character development is when you can see their complexity on their, like, in their character the minute you meet them. Clearly, there's more shit going on with this character, and then the show gives them time to explore. I think everybody in Mayor of Easttown had that. They're all coming into the show with baggage, and then you get to explore that baggage as the show goes on.
See, the thing about it is, I think the one that suffered the most from the least exploration is Guy Pearce.
Yeah.
He just kind of breezes in. I think his only point is to help humanize Mayor. Mm-hmm. But still, there's story there. Like their relationship was not mined enough.
I was going to say there was some gold that they could have mined there for sure.
Yeah, like you don't get a whole lot of like great romance with people who are in their upper 40s,
Right.
And that was an opportunity for something.
Like, how do those kind of adults relate that isn't Sex in the City?
Right. Because in the upper 40s, you've come with decades of baggage now, and how do you unpack all of that? And
how you use those past experiences to relate to this new person in your life.
yeah, exactly.
What are you looking into them?
But
now,
hey, look, props for your boy Evan Peters for trying to get his Mac on with
Right?
a woman that's like 15 years his senior. I'll take it. Then the ball's on that
Hey,
guy.
Americans still get it. I don't care.
Hey, Kay Winslet is still
I'm
one of the
into it.
best looking women in Hollywood.
100%.
100%. All right, back over at Channel 2. All right. Are we going with that?
Yeah, let's go with it.
Oh, let's go with it.
All right. Well, I know last TV draft I drafted was it Chappelle's Show?
You did.
Can't draft it now, of course. So next best thing, we're gonna go on Key and Peele.
I was just getting ready to say.
KNP on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
X-Wing Aloysiousness.
Yes. That show.
It's Chappelle complained about them taking over his show, but they fucking did it.
Well, he kind of left, so I mean, you don't get to complain about somebody
Yeah.
else doing what you do when
you
you
turn
weren't there.
down $50 million and leave. Yeah. It's what is it about Key and Peele that gets you?
It's just like some of the ideas that they came up with is just so off the wall. It's just it's the premises are so ridiculous, but like you think about it, it's like okay, that kind of makes sense a little bit. Some of it.
Yeah, I mean, you got like classes like all the stupid NFL players.
Yeah.
The obvious riff on them. The Obama translator.
Yeah, they go places. They went places in that show where you was like, where were they thinking? Where were their minds at with some of this stuff? Because it was like some of the ideas were so out there. It's like, why didn't I ever think of that?
Yeah. It's a lot of goofiness, a lot of silliness. I've said it a million times. I'll say it again. I want a spy versus spy movie
With those two,
with Key and Peele. As much as I love Spy vs. Spy, as much as I love Key and Peele, I think those two sensibilities.
that would be fitting considering they were part of Mad TV at one point. So yeah.
Yeah, and I never watched Mad TV, so it took me forever. Were they both from Mad TV?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They were both on there, like I think the tail end, maybe.
Okay. See, I was always an SNL guy.
Yeah.
And in my community, it was like, you're one or the other, and then never two. So me. Y'all got anything on Key and Peele? Y'all whispering to yourselves over there?
I mean, I appreciate their contributions to the craft.
Everything I've ever watched from Key and Peele has been the skits on YouTube. I've
yeah,
never
it's like,
actually
I don't think-
watched an entire episode of the show.
dude.
Same.
do
I don't think
yourself
I've
a
ever
favor.
sat down and watched it.
So-
I've just seen everything in like chunks.
I'm a huge fan of sketch comedy, though.
Yeah.
So like he said,
Well,
I can respect the craft because I get the improvisational
Yeah.
sketch comedy or the.
That's the beauty of sketch comedy, especially in this day and age. It's like tailor made for YouTube and stuff like that.
It really is. It really is. The fact that their very first skit lines up with the very last skit of Key and Peele is it's nice to see that they kind of brought it all back full circle.
That I think I remember somebody once showed me the skit with the racist zombies, and I just lost it.
Yeah,
It's
right,
like-
right. It's stuff like that. You're like, who would think of that? All right, Channel 1.
All right. So I went hard for my pick. You go ahead. You go with your gut on this next one too, because after this we're gonna have to start looking at shit that's safe, that we think is safe.
Yeah, man.
I think that's an
think that?
excellent choice.
I was going to say between that and that.
Yeah, I think one's gonna get more votes than the other,
And you think it's this one?
for sure.
All right. Well, we'll go with
Yeah.
Community then.
Was that yeah, that didn't come up in the first one, did it?
No, it did not.
Oh, okay. Community. Back in my days, I was talking about you're either SNL or I'm sorry, you're either SNL or Mad TV. For the 2000s, you were either Community or 30 Rock for my people.
I feel like you could be both. I feel like you could be both.
Yeah,
I was
why not
both. I was definitely both. That was another show. I think probably because of 30 Rock, I was watching Community like as soon as it aired, like night one. Pilot
Weren't they
episode.
on back to back when
They were
when they
yeah.
first came on?
Yeah, so it was like I already watched 30 Rock, so I think I just hung in there
kept
and
watching.
and watched Community because I like Joel McHale from
Talk Soup.
Soup, yeah, whatever, and so we're like, let's
Talk
check
Soup.
this out.
The Soup.
Yeah. The
Soup,
It was
yeah.
The Soup by that point.
All right,
Talk
add that
Soup
one to
was
the-
a different guy.
No, but I think like most shows, Community took about a half a season to figure out what it wanted to be, and that was like the transition for Community came when they realized that Abed and Troy were the heart of the show.
Yeah.
Troy and Abed in the
And I
morning.
think after Donald Glover left, the show kind of took a hit that it couldn't
Yeah.
quite ever recover from, even though it was still relatively good in like later episodes, I guess. But the first, I would say, the seasons 2, 3 are just like lightning in a bottle, man.
Oh,
like
yeah.
what a series.
Chevy Chase was perfectly cast in that.
Yeah, he was. In every way, he was.
Yes.
Fuck Chevy Chase.
Abed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Abed.
Yeah, it's the for me the difference between the two is like one was like, here's the pop culture reference, and that was Community. And the other one's like, if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, then just wait for the next joke, and that was 30 Rock.
That was it's kind of like the difference between the sort of joke styles on Big Bang Theory versus Futurama that are kind of written by a lot of the same people, but like Futurama is made for the nerd community and civilians who come in may not get it. But Big Bang Theory is like, you've seen Superman's symbol on a t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Here's a joke you might laugh at.
there
and
you
like
go.
that's the difference for me. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
They had
Guaranteed Big Bang Theory.
They did a whole episode about multiversal situation causality, right? Like with a D&D dice, with a 10-sided die about people answering to go get pizza, answering the door to get a pizza,
they had a 3-season-long Beetlejuice joke.
They did.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I respect Community for, was the 3-season Beetlejuice joke, because that is fucking brilliant.
And the paintball episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what got them the Winter Soldier, and the rest is history. Back on over to Channel 2. German, where are we? Did we say we were going to go with this one?
Yeah. That's what we're rolling with.
We're going to one that's only 2 seasons, kind of quick. Still one of the best modern comedies we have ever seen. Fleabag.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Good pull on that one. Yeah.
I almost put that on my list, but I had never seen it. I didn't have much to say about it.
Fleabag is one of my other perfect 10s. Like Fleabag
Yes.
is a perfect 10. Watchmen's a perfect 10.
Fleabag is a woman who has experienced, kind of like WandaVision, trauma in her past, which it takes a while to unpack what happened that made her this way, and just all of her unhealthy ways that she deals with the trauma. It's based off of Phoebe Waller-Bridge she did a one-woman show of Fleabag, and then turned it into a TV show, and just she brings the audience in with you. Goes a lot of turning and looking at the camera, but not quite like The Office turning and looking at the camera, but more like, this is weird, right?
It's like the world around her is pausing long enough for her to acknowledge something internally. That's what her pausing and look at the camera is like. It's not so much like a sit down interview like style kind of mockumentary thing like you see on Modern Family or The Office that became super popular in the last decade, right?
Yeah.
Her is more of just like a clever aside, like a breaking the fourth wall thing.
Yeah, a lot of clever asides, a lot of stage whispering, if that's what it was.
And eventually somebody acknowledges it, and it's a great moment.
And eventually, when Hot Priest
Yes.
comes along, when Moriarty, Andrew, whatever his name is, from Sherlock, the Moriarty from Sherlock, is on season 2, and he's the first one to see her doing this, which kind of represents the first one to kind of see through the bullshit screen that she has up, and her relationship with, a man who's sworn to celibacy, and seeing how that whole thing works. And it's a great human show. Fleabag is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I suggest everybody check that out. Back over to Channel 1.
Okay. What do we think here? What do you think? You gonna do that one? Because that's got to be on the list. Yeah, it's got to make it. That's why I'm wondering how safe it is. But this one, I think the further we get, the more in danger we get of losing that.
It, then
You think I could go ahead with that?
go for it.
Okay. We are taking the best comedy I've ever binged, Letterkenny.
Yes. You have just
Did I snipe you?
secured us the Leslie Ellsworth vote because she hates that show. But you've also secured a lot of other votes because
How are you
people
now?
love Winter.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Dude, it's so good.
It is one of the best bingeable comedies there is.
Hey, my wife doesn't get it either. She watches it and it's like with the fast talking, and she's watching me just guffaw and laugh uncontrollably, and she's like, I don't understand what you're laughing at, and I'm like, you have to be watching it. This is a callback to 3 seasons ago, and blah, like it's just
You wouldn't understand.
Oh man, I love how fast they talk. I love each character. Each character at this point is now fleshed out and has had multiple arcs at this point. And still just the comedy is just lightning fast, and it comes without a laugh. There's no laugh track. There's no nothing
Thank
like that.
God.
They drop it and then they keep, they drop
are
the
always-
joke and keep going.
That's always the best.
Oh yeah,
Always
man.
the best.
I think I think it's wild that what's his name?
Jerry Kiso.
Oh my God, Jared Kiso. Thank you. I think it's wonderful the world he's been able to create with these characters.
Yeah.
Because it's like Letterkenny feels like a lived-in place that really exists.
The fully realized world with 3 different your Hicks, your Skids, and your hockey players. And it's just how 3 communities that should never really interact, but the city is so small they kind of have to interact with each other. And just how they go about it, and just the weird shit that the legacies of Wayne being the best fighter in town.
Oh, yeah.
And the Squirrely Dan is super woke with his women's studies classes,
Right?
And all that kind of it all just works so well. I think it is some of the sharpest writing that exists on television right now. I think Letterkenny is absolutely amazing and brilliant. And it warms my heart to see Poprikans are slowly waking up to what Letterkenny is.
We got another 4 months for them to wake up more to it. we got 4 months to crack Leslie.
And she almost did, because there's the one they did an episode where dogs were involved, and they raised money at the end of the episode to to donate to like a local animal shelter. And I was telling her about that, and she was like, "Don't make me watch this show." But she stuck to her guns, and she refuses to watch that show. Two things Leslie refuses is Letterkenny and Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
What?
Okay, well, we need to have another podcast completely about that one.
Yeah.
She thinks Scott Pilgrim is a douchebag, and she's like, "I don't care
But
about."
she's not
his-"
wrong. He is.
Yeah, and she says she's tired of watching those kinds of movies. And I was like, the character progression and development throughout. She's like, "Yeah, I've seen a million of those already."
No, you haven't seen like this though. When the guy explodes into coins.
Right? and the false ending, like he earns the power of love, but love isn't enough. Self-respect is what's important,
yes.
and that's the message of the movie.
Whenever
the movie's
anyone
so good.
says anything about respect, my first thing is Scott has earned the power of self-respect.
He pulls the sword out of your own
Sword out of
chest.
his chest. That's so good. Someone just drafted that in our 2010s draft. And
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, all right.
Good
respect.
pick.
Yeah.
That's a solid pick right there. But yeah, our pick's Letterkenny.
Letterkenny
because
is
that shit
good.
is dope.
Shit
All
is
right.
dope. All right, Mr. Jackson, Channel 2.
All right.
What are we going with,
We're
sir?
going the animated route here. Another more recent pick. We're gonna go with Invincible.
Fuck, there it was.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't going to stay safe for long.
Yeah. Going Invincible, man. What you got?
Dude, even if you've seen, like, if you've ever read the comic, you kind of know what's going to happen at a certain point, the big spoiler or whatever. But even then, it still, like, just takes you aback to even see it happen.
What's the big spoiler for you?
Well,
'Cause
I
there's
guess
a couple of them out
Well,
there.
with the Omni-Man.
Okay.
yeah.
Like, you mean talking about the end of that first episode or just him in general?
Just him in general.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you don't, I think in the book, you don't find out for a few, like, a little
couple
bit into the
issues.
run. Yeah.
Yeah. I have only read the first volume of Invincible, but it's always widely hailed as one of the greatest superhero runs in comics, especially outside of the big two. It's that Ryan Otley dumbass art that I can't get past, which is why I've not read the rest, but the animation in Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of celebrity voices that have showed up.
That cast was solid.
That cast is so fucking solid.
Yeah, great cast.
J.K. Simmons is just amazing as Omni-Man.
Yeah, like you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's
That
just
makes
the
sense,
perfect.
yeah.
It just makes sense. Yeah, that's the neat part. You don't. It's so good. What y'all got on Invincible?
Well, I mean, it was definitely something we were considering
yeah.
picking. We did go pretty superhero heavy early on, which is why I think we left it on the table.
Yeah.
But
We wanted to diversify.
Diversify your
Gotta
bonds.
diversify the portfolio here. But great show. And it took me a while to get on the Invincible train too, just because like so much of what I was reading in the 8 years prior to that was decompressed superhero origin stories that came in the wake of like Bendis going to Marvel. And I was just like, I don't think I need another one of these right now. And at the time I really didn't. But so it took me a while to kind of come around to Invincible. But I think the animated series does a great job of capturing that comic series.
Yeah, agreed.
I think the subway scenes, one of the fucking
Oh my
batshit
God.
craziest
Where you're
things
just
I've
holding
ever.
him out there as the
Oh my
sun's
god!
coming through.
Just
man.
one of the most batshit crazy things I've ever seen on television ever. Like
That whole fight.
just right, just the whole idea that because now Invincible himself has to feel guilty about everybody on that train, even though he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
But he
He was
was
the tool.
literally used as a cudgel to
Yeah.
like that's fucking wild. The layers of responsibility just in that one action alone. That's crazy. I've never seen that. I've never seen that kind of weight in an animation show, let alone in the last few years in television. Like
Right on.
that scene hit me like I rewatched that like several times, but each time I watched it, the whole oh, look at all that blood, like that went by the wayside, and I went, oh, look at the implications of this action. Like,
Yeah.
and then the show really did like wait on that. Like that became a thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just loved the show. I love the dynamic of Omni-Man versus Invincible, and that's his fucking kid, and still like, I tried to make you see, but you're wrong, Dad. Blah. Just the whole show. Just for me, it's just
To see a villain like stop not because he was defeated, but because he felt bad, beating the shit out of his son.
Right. All right.
Omni-Man comes off as a likable Homelander.
Yeah,
Right. Okay. Channel 1, it is your pick, and then you are free to vamp while I go pee. What do you want with?
We're going to go with The Handmaid's Tale.
Yep.
Oh boy. Yeah, you guys have fun vamping on that shit.
What can I say
I will.
about this delightful, hilarious romp?
It really is a family story.
Yeah,
really
it
family
is.
comedy.
Definitely is. It's like Not Without My Baby, but with like.
I think it passes my titties test too.
Yeah, it does. It does pass the titty test. This is another show that kind of hit, I think, at just the right time for it to become this
Yes.
sort of lightning rod for pop culture, because everybody was really afraid that we were maybe like 6 months from this.
Yeah.
At any given point in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and then you had the decriers who say, "Well, that's just hyperbole," and it was kind of like, is it?
And
No,
then
like-
we see what's going on now with abortion laws, and it's like, no, it doesn't happen all at once. That's the thing. Like, people keep expecting some catastrophic, like apocalyptic event to just shake the world all at once. It's never going to be like
Yeah,
that.
well,
And
if you remember in those flashbacks in that show,
Yeah.
the shit that started happening that led to Gilead started happening well before a nuke was dropped.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that, when that barista kicks him out of the coffee shop or whatever. Like, it was so weird when I watched that particular scene when it get the fuck out of here. And he's telling him, and I'm like, that is something that I could legit see happening in our real life.
Yeah.
Depending on where you lived in the country, I can see that being something that would happen. And it was just, the whole show is just terrifying.
Yeah,
and I'm not even a woman.
And that's where you start. That's where it always starts, right? And I think we were talking about like compelling villains. Aunt Lydia is
Oh, my God.
one of the best villain characters on television.
and so layered. Like the show spends time making her sympathetic, and then when she comes back into the fold after Alexis Bledel stabs her or whatever, when she comes back after that, she goes right back to being a shit.
She goes harder into it.
Harder into being a shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you still but you still remember. And then there's this internal struggle about Mrs. Waterford. Like, are we supposed to feel bad for her?
Fuck no.
When you keep in mind, she's the person that got this ball rolling, but then now she is now a victim of the environment she's created.
Right.
And how that impact. I 100% support The Handmaid's Tale. I absolutely adore that show.
And I maybe like response to the most recent season we saw, which was I guess the 4th season.
Yeah.
Of it, was I guess kind of mixed, but like, man, the final moments of that season are just forever living in my brain rent free. Like the shot of Waterford at the very final moments.
Yep.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This is bad, guys.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I support it. What do you got on it? Speak on it.
It is, first of all, it visually one of the most beautiful shows. One of the most beautiful shots. No show has made use of light better than The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, I feel like cinematically everything is pre-planned in that. Like every shot is agonized
every
over.
shot is a poster.
Good storyboards on that show.
Great storyboards on that show about misery and pain and suffering.
Yeah.
That show is what made, like, my number one actress right now is Amy Adams. Number 2, Viola Davis. That show made number 3, Elizabeth Moss.
Oh yeah.
Just due to what good old June Osborne has to go through and that whole thing, and she is great at playing tortured characters.
She's great at playing characters who look like they're 3 seconds from vomiting at all times.
She has the Elizabeth Moss face.
Yeah.
And it is that face.
Resting Moss face.
Resting Moss face. No, not RMF.
That's all over Invisible Man.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
It was on my face that whole time too. Yeesh.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
that is a great show, great pick. It was way down on my list because I didn't know. It's been a rough couple years for America.
Yeah.
And it is a very dour show, so I didn't know how the people will respond.
That's where it's kind of like the negative Ted Lasso. Like it's
Yeah,
like
it
it's a
really
show
is.
that caught fire when it did because of what it was
Yeah.
for completely different reasons.
Agreed. All right. Okay. It's back over to Channel 2 now. You think we should go with that?
Which one?
Yeah, let's you think? First of all, do we have any minis?
One,
don't
two.
have any
No, one.
miniseries.
I guess one technically.
No, I mean season. Oh, good point. Yeah, you want to go with that?
Yeah, let's roll with
Let's roll with it. Yeah, go for it.
All right, we're going to pick another one and done here. We're going to go with a Lovecraft Country.
There it was.
Yeah, knew that was a matter of time. Good pick.
Yeah, wasn't on my list. Good job. I didn't even think about
It was
that.
absolutely on my list.
That
Yeah.
show's fucking amazing.
The Watchmen triggered the Lovecraft Country loading.
Yeah. If you guys got Watchmen, we'll take Lovecraft.
right.
Black sci-fi. Sci-fi that is black as fuck.
Yes.
And I love
Black sci-fi horror.
black sci-fi horror. Yeah, and the fact that it's black horror based off of Lovecraft, who notoriously had some iffy ass ideas about black people in the first place.
Oh, you can say it straight up. He was racist as fuck.
Who's racist as fuck. Yeah, it makes it that much more delightful and juicy and acceptable. For me, this would put Jonathan Majors on the map.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people saw.
You mean Kang?
The Kang the Conqueror, or He Who Remains,
Or Nat Love.
or Nat Love. I didn't watch The Last Black Man in San Francisco, A24, for quite some time until it came out. But this is like, okay, this dude is, and Journey Smollett.
Jesus Christ.
it really put me on the map for her as well.
Oh, I've been watching her.
Courtney B. Vance is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
in this show.
Oh,
man.
was it Angelina Ellis?
the sister?
The wife or whatever?
Oh, no, that's the wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was the wife in King Richard, right?
Yeah.
Yes, great.
Yes.
Her
Her solo episode was just Hippolyta.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Yes.
wow.
Journey Smollett's, I think it's her sister. The
the one from
who's
Loki?
B whatever in Loki.
Yeah.
She was absolutely amazing in this show. Of like, well, let's see what it's like being a white person for a day, and it's so much. So many
Michael K.
layers.
Williams.
Michael K. Williams, rest in power.
Chalky,
Yes.
my
Yes.
man, Chalky.
Man.
Rest in power to Michael K. Williams, and he plays that gay character with so many
Layers.
levels
Yeah.
and layers.
There's a lot of
and
nuance in that
restraint
performance, too.
and nuance.
when they went back and you saw his story, like you really felt bad for him.
Yep.
Yeah, it is an actor's show, I think, is what it is. Like,
Poor Courtney B. Vance. So like there are certain characters you see in series, or you just know it's like,
You know what's
he's
coming.
done. He's done.
you get like a good 3 episodes maybe with Courtney.
I
B.
think
Vance.
so.
Yeah. As soon as he agrees to go on that trip with him, I'm like, well,
He's
ain't
done.
making
He's
it.
done.
Yeah, he's done. Absolutely great Lovecraft Country. Let's pick this up. Channel 1. What do y'all have? Good call.
Okay, so I need to take one of these off to feel better about myself.
Take your pick, whichever one you like.
All right, I'm gonna go with Raised by Wolves.
Good.
Up here somewhere. Okay. I still have not seen that show. I've heard good things.
It is the most insane science fiction I've ever seen. I have not seen this show's equal in terms of its visual presentation or its content. I've seen plenty of let's save the human race by colonizing another planet. I've seen plenty of that shit.
Interstellar.
Yeah, we've seen that story. We have not seen Kepler 22b ever in a show.
Okay.
Like the
HBO Max, right?
yeah, the sheer amount of fucking insanity that's going on that world, and the slow burn way it unfolds throughout the course of the 2 seasons it's nuts. It's crazy. There's the fact that they're fleeing to Kepler 22, are trying to set up a new colony because they've destroyed their own home, and it is literally a battle between technocrats and atheists. It's
What exactly is the battle about?
it's an ideological struggle between
Oil.
between
Allegory.
those who have a deep religious belief versus those that believe religion isn't real. It is purely a religious ideological struggle, and out of that comes these couple of robots that they've now sent to Kepler 22b to repopulate the species, and they, their job is to raise children, to make and grow these embryos that they've taken. And throughout the course of that first season, some of the embryos pass by the wayside. They take a particular fancy to one of them, and then there's other crazy shit that happens. The religious battle follows them to Kepler 22b. Flying floating snakes, and I just
fuck that. I'm out.
I just can't.
Super out. Super out.
I can't describe the fuck. It's insanity, dude. It's a crazy ass show, and I love that it exists. It's some of the most unique science fiction. It is not, that I can think of, it's not derivative of anything else that I've seen. It's not, it's not spaceships. It's not pew pew. It's not any of that shit. It's just good, solid storytelling, where each episode answers questions from the episode that precedes it and presents new questions that make you want to see where the fuck this crazy plot's going.
All right then.
And yeah, it's just, has anybody else at the table watched it?
No, I've heard nothing but raves about it.
Back, you guys gotta watch that shit. Fucking
right,
Raise My Wolves is the bomb, dude.
It is on the list. It is on the list. It is back over to us. Did we say are we gonna go with?
Yeah.
We're gonna go with the show that neither one of us has watched, but a show that is definitely hot in news right now. We're gonna go with Succession.
I thought about putting that on there too.
Thought about that in the shower today, as I often do about Brian Cox.
As long as you're washing cocks, that's all that matters. That's all that matters there.
Brian Cox is kind of cheesy.
Brian Cox.
This took a turn.
Let me just stop you right there.
Oh God.
I mean, yeah, it's Brian Cox. It's a story of capitalism, is what it is, and just the ridiculous lengths that capitalism will go to in order to keep their money, keep their power, keep their fame, keep their influence. And it's in real life, capitalism has fucked us all. But what if you kind of turn into a bit of a comedy, is what Succession is all about. Have either one of you clowns seen Succession?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
It's
me
on the
either.
list. It is on the list to check out for sure.
It's also on my list. A lot of Emmy nominations for Succession. So hopefully, Poprika will talk about it a lot. So
I'm not really the only people that I see talking about it are like the odd thing that will come across my Google search, or I've got one or two friends that'll talk about it on Facebook, but I've not seen it really anything in Poprika talking about it. I've not, I don't see a lot of my friends blowing up about it, but then I see this crazy amount of Emmy nods it got. Like, I mean, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I should check this out,
It's another show that I feel like everybody I've talked to about it, they have nothing bad to say about it. Like, they come in and they're like, yeah, I thought maybe I'd sit down and watch one episode, and then all of a sudden I was through season 2. Okay.
All right, right on. Channel 1. It is on you all.
Okay, so I think that one is a hell of a pick. That one right there. That's a hell of a pick. I think that would seal up the two for us. That's not a bad pick either. And then this one, where was the one? I think that would Poprika a lot.
This one.
Yeah, I think that would. I've not seen it.
Let's go with that. I haven't seen it either, but I'm going to go with Yellowstone.
That is one that's on my list.
I just watched that first episode recently.
It's like Succession. I feel like it's another one of those cultural zeitgeisty kind of shows that like suddenly like it's like 3 or 4 seasons in and suddenly everybody blew up about it.
Right.
It's
taking America by storm.
it's got its own spinoff already.
Yeah, like Succession.
1863 or
1883.
1883. That's
Yeah, something in the 1800s. Anyway,
that's on the pre-Civil War.
yeah, I mean, I guess there's a market for dynastic Western shows here still in the modern era. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, Western is kind of they died for a solid like 2 decades ish
On TV for sure.
Maybe
I mean,
even longer than that. I mean, on the big screen, they kind of died out in like the 60s.
you might get one Western a year.
I mean,
maybe
the
every
only
two.
one,
You get
the
one
only one I
good
remembered was
Western.
Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., and I don't know.
Briscoe County Jr.
Shout out to Don Johnson.
Legend was another that had Richard Dean Anderson and John Delancey on it.
Oh no, Hell on Wheels, man. Hell on Wheels was like.
Oh yeah, that was
Was it Lonesome
Oh, you
Dove?
haven't seen Hell on Wheels?
3 or 4 seasons.
Lonesome Dove, yeah, dude. Put it on the list. Netflix.
Hell on Wheels?
It's got your boy that's playing Christopher Pike. He was the main character. That's
Oh,
where he
Anson
got
Mount's
his-
in it.
That's
Yeah,
where he got
yeah,
his
that's
start
right.
at was Hell on Wheels. It's got Anson Mount. It's got Common.
Common's on it,
It's
yeah.
got a couple other people. Yeah, dude.
No
Hell
shit.
on Wheels is about to be our next pick, probably. But it's one of those ones that like my. Anyways, yeah. I think Yellowstone is. Is it the Costner joint?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of loves the cowboy thing already. I think Sam Elliott's on that show too.
I think he's on the other one.
Is he on 1883?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what the whole genre is, making a slow comeback.
Just let me know when they do a crossover episode and they're traveling through time, and I'll be there.
They're quantum leaping through Western. Yeah, I think shit like that and God Country, like Westerns are coming back, and I'm kind of here for it, man. I can digest a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here.
I love
Not
me a
really.
good Western, though, man.
I'm slowly getting there, man. I was very anti-Western for like about 15 years. I'm very like outside of spaghettis. Didn't give a fuck about
But a
it,
spaghetti is a good.
man. The spaghetti. House of Gucci is our next pick. There.
Did somebody say a spaghetti? Oh, it's a Western again. Mamma mia.
Margheriti?
Jesus.
Mamma mia, paisano. Who put on is a Western, huh?
Oh, so you are Jared Leto in House of Gucci then. All right, then. Channel 2, it's over to us. Are we going to go with that?
Yeah, let's roll with that one. This one is I haven't actually haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to check it out, but it's won all the Emmys. Schitt's Creek.
That was on the. That was,
Yeah.
Yep.
Looks hilarious.
I mean, it's if it's the show I'm thinking about, it's where so many gifts have been
yes.
spawned up.
It-
Like
it-
Dan Levy
Did it-
blew
yeah.
up.
It is a gift factory.
It is a
man.
gift factory, and I mean the genius of Dan Levy putting his dad, who was a comedy icon, Eugene Levy from Second City,
Catherine
on
O'Hara
there.
and
Yeah, I feel
Catherine
like
O'Hara's Second City.
Schitt's Creek is like kind of vicariously our gift from SCTV.
It's modern day SCTV, pretty much is what it is. Still no Martin Short, unfortunately.
Right.
But it's another show that I haven't watched, but people like lamented when it went off the air. Like that was a good fucking solid series.
Yeah, I feel like like listening to people talk about it. One, it's another show that took a little while to find its footing and really get going. But two, it was kind of like a more sincere version of Arrested Development, is what I kind of, from what I hear about it, it's like it's about this like entitled family, but instead of learning absolutely nothing over the course of the series, they learn something.
They actually grow.
Right, they grow into people you like, which I don't think anybody on Arrested Development really did. So
No, they did not. They did not. Have you seen anything about Schitt's Creek there, Pete?
No.
All right.
No,
then. Sounds good.
I've been told by multiple people. It's another one that's on the list, like that that I'm slowly but surely plodding through. It's Ozark was on the list. Now it's not.
You've been doing a good job of like your to be watched pile doesn't get big because like most people, I'm like, yeah, put it on the to be watched pile, and it's like 45 shows.
Right.
But you steadily
I'm
knock
taking them out.
shit out.
Yeah,
man.
well,
Yeah.
it's I kind of learned that from the video game mandate my wife's put on me. I'm not allowed to buy more games until
Until
I
you
finish the
finish.
ones I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
So I make my way through the one game. When it's done, fucking all right.
Yeah.
We just-
Grind it out.
Yeah,
Get to the
exactly.
Next
So I'm like, I'm not jumping around. I'm not watching a bunch of different shit at
If I
once.
had that kind
I
of
watch
clause-
this one till I'm done.
if I had that kind of clause, I would literally be buried with a copy of Elden Ring.
Yeah, I respect your because you're up later at night than most people.
Yes,
are.
I am.
I respect your dedication to the grind.
Yeah,
So
man.
Keep an eye on you, Pete.
Trying to get it. Trying to get it.
Trying to get it. Don't stop. Get it. It's back on over to Channel 2 now. Us. I think.
But that was us.
Oh yeah, that was us. I'm sorry.
I know, it's a really white show. It seemed like it should have been us.
Channel 1. My apologies. What y'all got?
Oh damn. What do you got left? 'Cause I got a couple on here I know I want to grab, but You got to take that off now. They just stole it. They
No,
just stole it.
I italicize all the ones they've taken.
I tell you what. Let's see.
Still hanging around right there too.
Hey, you want to go ahead and grab it?
Go for it.
Let's go. We're going to take 30 Rock.
You sons of bitches!
God, I thought that wasn't the last one. I
My-
swore up and down that wasn't the last draft.
No, I was surprised when I saw that it was not part of the last draft,
Yep.
as it is one of the best comedy shows of the past
Well,
20 years.
I mean, you made the comparison between 30 Rock and Community. We already had Community. We might as well lock it up.
yeah, might as well
So-
lock it up.
It's must see TV.
Must see
bitches.
TV.
God, it as a lifelong fan of SNL, it gives that, it's Tina Fey who was head writer of SNL, and the Girlies show is the show there on 30 Rock, and it still bugs me that we never really see the Girlies show sketches. It's
love
just
that.
everything
I love that about it.
around
It's just the chaos that
making.
ensues from
yeah, it's kind of like what was SNL like back in not the drug fuel 70s, but more like the 90s or something like that, and just the egos that she's got to deal with, and all the nonsense, the bullshit you don't think that goes into writing sketch comedy is what that show's all about.
Yeah.
from a person who lived it.
The season that 30 Rock started, Studio 60 also started, both on NBC. And Studio 60 was this sanctimonious, overly preachy version of the same story through the lens of Aaron Sorkin. And it didn't work at all. And I have people who swear by Aaron Sorkin, and that's fine, but like that show fucking sucked. And that was the one I start with. I went with Studio 60 because I was like, oh, it's Aaron Sorkin. And then I was like, this is just, he's trying to do the West Wing again, but with something that has no real gravity and weight. Mm-hmm. And then I flipped over to 30 Rock, and I'm like, oh, shit.
It's someone
This
who
is
lived
where
it.
it is.
Yeah.
This is where it's at. And I mean, it gave us so much over the years, but I think my favorite moment from 30 Rock, God, and that's saying a lot, is when...
It's the rural juror, man.
Oh, no, man. It's when Tracy Jordan gets in the cash cab. There's an episode where Tracy Jordan's trying to get a taxi, and he gets in, and it's
gets in
like,
the cash
bam! And it's Benjamin Bailey
It's
from
Ben Bailey,
and he's like,
yeah.
"You're in the cash cab. It's the
cab.
game show." It is, and like the B plot line in that episode is just him riding around Manhattan in the cash cab, and he keeps getting questions correct.
Because Cash Cab was also an NBC show, isn't it?
It was on no, it was on like TBS
Discovery
or something like
Channel
that.
or
It was
something.
on
one
It
of
was
those, yeah.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. How the fuck did they pull that shit?
I don't know, but I mean, like that's the whole point. It's like
Yeah.
it's the like literal shit coming out of my nose. I'm laughing so hard because it's the last thing you fucking expect, and you're like, well, of course they did that.
Ben Bailey, a stand-up comedian in his own
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that dude, man. A University of Michigan graduate there. Have you ever checked out 30 Rock?
I saw like one clip of an episode. I think it was because they had Don Cheadle on there, and he was trying to do some ad where he was supposed to endorse Mitt Romney, and he couldn't get through it. He was,
Yeah,
he couldn't keep a straight face.
It's just one of the best comedies of all time, in my opinion, man. It's highbrow. They don't explain the joke to you, and I'm a fan of if you get it, you get it. Like I said earlier, if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. And if you don't, just sit tight. There's going to be another joke here in about 30, 45 seconds.
Yep.
I think my favorite bit might be, I think it's season 1 where, is it Pete Hornberg?
Yeah.
Pete's in her office, and he's talking about being a master negotiator. And then Alec Baldwin pops in, and he's like, don't forget we get that meeting at 1. And then Pete's like, 10:30. And Alec Baldwin's like, 12. And they keep negotiating down to a time when the meeting is going to be. So much funny shit come out of
Yeah.
that show, man. God damn. Good call, guys. I hate you all. All right, over to us. Are we going to go with I think we go with this one right here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, go for it, sir. So we're going to take Netflix,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. We're gonna
All
go
of
with that.
Netflix? You can't do
The
that.
entire Netflix. We
Believe
paid
me,
the
that's
subscription.
more of a hindrance than it is.
Yes.
Right.
That's a lot to wade through.
Yeah.
There's that horrible, was it wasn't Joel McHale. Was it Joel McHale that had that show about him being a recovered AA guy?
No, that wasn't Joel McHale. I don't
Who
think.
was it? It was the Reese's voice guy. The guy who's doing the voice of Reese's commercial, or Reese's Pieces commercials right now. He's on 30 Rock. No, that's Dennis Duffy. Fuck. Who is that guy? He's Mayhem.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
dude.
the
yeah,
Pager
yeah.
King in New York. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
the
in-
Beeper King in New York. Yeah,
He was
Beaver
in
King in New York.
Law and Order and Rescue Me and all that stuff.
Yeah, he had. I think it's him that he had a 2-season show on Netflix about. He lived on like a little island and he was like an AA dude, so he was very non-booze.
Is that the show you're picking?
so you're drafting the Mayhem Recovery Island.
no.
We're not touching another life either.
Anyways, hell no.
God.
That show should have been canceled after 2 episodes.
Yes.
Katie Sackhoff, get a better agent,
You're supposed to
please.
pronounce the title "Another Life."
I feel like Katie Sackhoff and Chloe Grace Moretz have the same agent because they're just both picking the shittiest stuff. No, we're gonna go with Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, good one. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
We're staying in that Tina Fey bag there.
Yeah, go for it, dog.
That show is fucking hilarious. Oh my god! Like is the premise alone is already ridiculous enough. Kind of the fish out of water, but it's like
Yeah.
a girl that was part of a cult or whatever. It's like finally escapes from this this underground bunker and living life in New York and everything. And some of the characters she meets along the way is just like Titus Andromeda is probably like
Titus Andromedon is really
Shit.
amazing.
Another gift machine.
yes.
Yep.
Really. Between Schitt's
You,
Creek and
me,
Unbreakable.
Same.
It's the same. Yeah. What nonsense is this? Like so much. I mean, again, Tina Fey, man, the genius
Yeah,
of one
he's
of the
like
best.
he's like a failed
Absolutely.
actor, or he's trying to make his way through acting, but all he can get is these shitty commercial gigs. Like there was literally an episode where there was this older dude or whatever that keeps taking gigs from him for these shitty commercials, and the dude dies. So they have a little ceremony for him, and Ice-T is there playing saxophone for some shit. It's just so fucking random.
I love the mind of Tina Fey.
Even the interactive episode is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And John Hamm, that dude is just like,
Yeah.
I love John
man,
Hamm.
That's so good in that.
She
show.
knows how to use. Tina Fey knows how to use John Hamm best.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
one else knows how to use John Hamm, with the exception of Mad Men, which is also
yeah.
one of the great shows of all time. But comedically, TinaEy knows.
oh yeah.
Yes.
All right, we got 13 minutes, like 13 spots.
Lightning
left to
round.
fill, Yeah. What you guys got? Nobody's
that
coming
off?
after
I'm gonna
us.
go ahead and
So.
take that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say Fargo.
Oh, you dicks!
Yep.
That was on the list.
Ooh,
Talk
I like
about-
the sniping shit.
Talk about
That was like 35 though.
great shows based on movies. There aren't many of them, but Fargo strikes everything perfectly. It's like it's an in-universe continuation without really having a whole lot to do with the film at all. It's just all about tone. It's about quirky characters. It's about shady assholes.
Hey, how was that Chris Rock season?
That I haven't seen the Chris Rock season yet. But even like people said that the third season was kind of weak, and I found that to be inaccurate. Like I thought the third season was fantastic.
Okay.
Second season still probably my favorite, but it's just
There was a-
whatever you're going to get, it's going to be really high quality. I
was
love Fargo.
Odenkirk in that show?
Yes. When? At some point he was.
I just remember seeing like him with a little mustache. And I was like, oh shit, Odenkirk's in Fargo.
Like so many people have been in this show.
Yeah.
So far.
How much do you know if have the Coens been involved in the show?
No, I don't
Or
think
just
they've been
FX
involved
is
at
just
all.
like we're gonna do a Fargo
No,
show.
Noah Hawley has been the showrunner from the beginning, and it's like it's kind of at his discretion with FX now whether they do other seasons or not. It's like if he comes back and says, "I got another season," then they do another season.
Okay.
So it's like
Hey.
because everything more or
Noah
less
Hawley's got the juice.
stands apart.
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, 'cause it's more of like an anthology type show, right?
Yeah, like each season is take it like there are characters that cross over in one way or another. In fact, one character who shows up in season 2 actually is in season 1, and I didn't even realize it for a long time. I was like, oh, that's who that was, you know. But largely they just stand alone from each other. Okay. And there's even there are plot lines from Fargo the movie that are expanded upon in the show, but they're very minor plot threads from the movie.
So was Francis McDormand having dinner with that Asian guy?
No. But so it's a tremendous show.
All right,
God,
then.
it's great.
Fargo, right on. Good call, sir. Good call, sir. Are we gonna go with
Yeah, let's roll with that.
roll with that? All right then. Cowboy Bebop.
The anime, of course.
I thought you collected the whole Netflix catalog there. Look, even if you said Cowboy Bebop Netflix, I'd be like, okay, because it's like
That show was better than people give
it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was a little
people.
bit cheesy in places, but I had a blast. So many. There was some legit belly laughs that came out of the animated or
Yes.
the live action
Yeah, for
show.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, but no, we're going with the much more popular.
That animated one is a fucking classic.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that opening, I would put, if I finally did a bracket on best theme songs, Cowboy Bebop is going to be on
For
there.
sure.
Tank is way up there on the list.
For sure. There was a
yeah.
period where of like 2 weeks where my daughter and I listened to Tank every day going to school.
Very nice.
Like
Very
that just
nice.
pumped her up.
How did
She
you
was like,
make it to school? Like, because I feel like you'd end up wrapped around 5 trees listening to that shit.
Well, it's kind of a straight line to my daughter's school.
Daddy,
so-
why are there 5 police cars after us? It's the music.
Let's jam. Yeah, if you can learn how to play that, that's what we'll come out to.
I got everybody in the stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great show. It's a blending of so many genres.
Oh, nothing is left untouched.
Nothing
I
is
feel
left
like.
untouched. Have you seen the full anime?
I haven't seen the anime yet. I did watch the live,
The live action?
Yeah.
What'd you think about the live
I
action?
liked it, man. It was fun.
I thought it was fun, man, but that just got the Ed introduction is a little bit at the end, but as far as like the main story, it's just dope. It was kind of fun. Also, I think Netflix also has the anime joint. So
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete, you watched Cowboy Bebop, obviously.
Yes.
You watched Cowboy
I watched the whole run many years ago when it was first on Adult Swim. It was the very first place I ever saw it.
Yeah.
And then here recently, now I'm doing it with my daughter, she is in love with anime right now. She's watching My Hero Academia and
Same
Demon
with my
Slayer
daughter,
and all that
yeah.
stuff. And so I was like, okay, you like these? Let me show you Cowboy Bebop. And at first episode, she was like, and just jaw drop. She was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm like, I know, it's great.
See, I feel like if I did that for my daughter, who was very much into My Hero Academia and anime, she'd be like, Dad introduces to me. Dad is very uncool. Therefore, this show will be very uncool. So
Right.
Spaceships and jazz? What the fuck?
I'm trying to like divert her from Bebop as much as possible for like another 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Until we can sit down and watch.
How
it together.
old's your daughter?
She turns 13 this year.
Oh, okay.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, you think that's
Strike.
Bebop age?
Strike at the right time. No, not 13.
About 16?
Yeah,
17,
I think that's
16?
about right. Yeah.
Mine is a very mature 10. So she's like, like I said, Demon Slayer is like that's her favorite joint right now.
Yeah.
And so I felt like, well, you like this Demon Slayer shit. We'll give you a little,
A little taste of the real shit.
Spaceships and jazz. Come on.
All right, fair enough.
She liked it. She came away going, she loves Spike Spiegel,
And who don't love Spice
I know.
Spiegel? Yeah, I think John Cho was still a bit of a weird cast. I wish I would have went a little bit younger for Spike Spiegel, but still, the anime is the dopeness. Let me make sure
Oh, yeah.
anime. All right, Channel 1. What you guys-
Sure, I write down Aminator.
All right, man. I want that shit.
Okay, go
I
for
want
it.
that shit.
Go for it.
I got to take that. It's got to be on the list. I'm taking The Expanse.
Oh, let me take it off my list. You sons, old bitches.
Yeah, see, it was a good pull. He wanted that shit.
Good
Yeah,
job.
I mean, one of the best sci-fi joints.
Yeah, that's just getting ready to say that. And it's one of the best science fiction shows that's ever been on television ever. It's that cast of characters is incredible. You got the and I always mess her name up. Shora Agdashalu.
Oh, man. Shorag Dashlu.
Agdashlu. Thank you.
Yeah, she's got that voice.
That voice.
Whoa.
It's just a million Marlboro Reds a day.
Yeah.
Voice, but it's so.
But it lends, for some reason, gravity to whatever she's in.
God.
She's in a thing
Is
and she
one of
opens
the
her mouth.
best.
You're like, I'm intrigued. I'm in now.
She's
like
in Star Trek Beyond for two,
right.
two,
yeah,
three scenes.
for a couple, yeah. But like, I love the character she plays. I think Avasarala is an incredibly effective leader. Doesn't make all the best decisions. Doesn't make a lot of the nicest decisions. Makes
She's an animal.
effective decisions. I think she is definitely she is a cudgel, not a scalpel. I think, and I think over everybody, the greatest thing about The Expanse, again, everyone has an arc. Everyone changes from season 1 to season. We're going into 6, or we just got done with 6, I believe.
Yeah, 6 was the last episode. It was last season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good books to read.
Unfortunately, because like it really sets up, like season 6, like set up, you get easily another season and a half out of that shit, you know? But still, you know, we're done now. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I really need to, because I mean, I'm a huge fan of the book series. I've read each one about 3 or 4 times, but I just never fully got into the show. Man.
Really?
Just never got it's not due to a lack of, it's like I watched most of season 1 and then just got distracted by other things, never got back to it.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a show worth checking out.
You definitely
if you're a
missed,
fan.
yeah, then you definitely missed out on some shit because, season 2, season 3,
These are episodes. I read the books. I'm good. But I do plan on. I think that's going to be one of me and Leslie's like new like long binges. Right. We're gonna check that out.
Drummer is one of my favorite characters.
Bro, Drummer in the books is the dopeness.
I love Drummer. She's wonderful, and Kara G is amazing playing her.
Is.
She's really, really good. I love Amos. I didn't start out liking him.
Is the dopeness.
I did not start out liking him. I was like, I don't like. He's not cool. As the show goes on, like he's very awesome.
Me and the authors of The Expanse in 15 had a long tweet thread in a conversation. Is like,
you and who?
The authors of The Expanse.
Oh, yeah.
There's Daniel Abraham, Ty Frank. Ty Frank runs the James S.A. Corey Twitter feed. Okay. And it was just me and Frank just going back and forth, dissecting and discussing Amos Burton.
Nice.
And he's a psychopath with morals, is what he is, and is a very interesting character to talk about.
Yeah.
All right, good call with The Expanse.
I love The Expanse, man. I love that show.
It's a great story. It's a show that I really need to get into. All right, then. It is back over to us, Channel 2. You want to go with it?
Yeah, I think we should probably
all right,
pull the trigger on that one.
All right, then. We're going to go with a movie or a show that does not need a second season. It's good as is. Unfortunately, we're getting a second season. Back over on Netflix, Squid Game.
Oh,
good call.
Yeah,
good
we're going Squid Game. Man, listen, that show.
I forgot to put that on my list, but it should have been.
I did too. Yeah,
it took the country by storm. For Brian talks about the fact that if you drop it all at once, you don't get that long conversation. But you got like a solid 3-4 weeks.
Oh yeah,
out of Squid Game, and
I think you need that time to get through that season because there's some heavy episodes.
There's a lot of reading involved.
I think with Squid Game you got a trickle. You had a trickle of people because you had a couple people who were going to watch a foreign show, telling their friends, dude, you got to watch this show. And then people would start watching that. So you had like a trickle effect.
Yeah. It was like a pyramid scheme of TV watching. It's tell your friends, tell your friends, tell your friends.
And as people watched it, they would start discussing the implications of what happens in the show. And then that just kind of spiraled out of control. And that became the discussion for about a month.
So I was at, it was last weekend, I went to the Super G Mart, the international grocery store here in Charlotte, and
Javon had to play freeze tag just to get all of his food.
Yes. No, they have those cookies there.
Oh yeah,
with the shapes on them?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
nice. Yeah, it is a great look at classism, at the 1% doing all of the worst shit to the 99% for their own amusement. Yeah. How someone is trying to break all that wide apart. A guy who desperately needs this money as compared to a whole bunch of other people who desperately need this money. The first time I saw the old dude, when they kind of kick him out and they go back to their homes and he finds that old dude, they have a drink together. That's when I was like, don't trust that motherfucking old dude. And sure enough, I was right because you don't trust that old dude. Squid Game has a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, that first if you can't get hooked by that first episode, this ain't for you.
They don't do a game in that first episode.
Yeah,
they
did.
They did the red light, green light.
Yeah, that was the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you can't get hooked by red light, green light, then you're not gonna like this show.
That fucking scene set a
tone,
tone, dude.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit, this is real.
I thought that was the beginning of the second episode. Yeah, if you man, the one character I called the other Asian, the Indian dude, God, that's the motherfucker I rode with that whole time until that marble episode.
Oh, that marble episode was fucked up.
That's probably one of the I thought about that episode for weeks after I saw it.
That's like the one episode. Like there are certain series. There's that one episode where you have to take a break after seeing it.
And a lot of people said episode 6, the
Yeah.
marble episode, is where you need to take a break at.
Yeah.
And it's a game, strange enough, the one that our main character and the old guy plays, we played that in our office in Intel school all the time. So it was like, oh, this is familiar and comforting to me. I loved playing this game. All right, then, it's over to Channel 1. What kind of nonsense y'all coming up with?
We're gonna draft.
Like I think those two that I pointed out are solid picks, but you've also got some other ones on here that I think would be good. So.
Yeah, because well, again, that's last two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay.
I think because we don't have anything. I don't believe.
No, we don't.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Bob's Burgers.
Really? Okay, interesting. I'm sure that movie was a box office smash.
Oh yeah. Can we
was a
believe
movie?
it? Can we believe it, guys?
The movie hits later on. The movie hits months ago.
Yeah. Oh man, what about?
It came out. It came out in June, I think.
It came out in June. Yeah.
Yes.
One of Jermon's blind spots.
Because we're in August, of course.
Yes, because we are in August. Yes, the movie came out in June. There were trailers running for it.
Yeah.
At the time of this recording.
Absolutely. So I mean, they just keep giving H. John Benjamin the best work.
They
That's
really
what
I
I'll
love
say
him.
about it.
God, I love him.
that's
But so
right,
he's
'cause-
got the best voice for this generation. I think it's like between Bob's Burgers and Archer and the Arby's ads, we're good on H. John Benjamin.
H. Von Benjamin has the meats. There's one thing we know.
If Gen X had a sound.
It's H.
the
John
sound.
Benjamin.
That's the sound of H. John.
I mean, he's also BoJack, right?
no,
that's
that
Will
was
Arnett.
No, that's Will Arnett.
Will Arnett, yeah.
Will Arnett. That's who does that show on Netflix. Is Will,
Will
Arnett.
Arnett.
Yes.
oh
Anyways.
the one you drafted like four shows ago. Got it. Recovery Island.
Yeah, but I never really got into Bob's Burgers. Like, what is it about that you love?
I mean, it's about a family that runs a burger shop. I don't know what else to say about it.
All right, well, then sold. In that case, it is over to us. How are you? Who was that? Was that you, Brian? Jesus Christ! Man. Get your Adam's apple checked.
What is happening here?
Gulp. Okay, how are you feeling, sir? I feel like we could go that direction. I don't know. What do you feel like? What do you feel like?
Let's go here.
You want to go there? Okay. We're gonna go back over to the HBO realm. The last time we were over there was Lovecraft Country. We're gonna go back over to HBO realm. We're taking Deadwood.
Oh, there's one I can't believe we didn't draft.
Yeah,
well, it was only
no.
what? Did it have enough seasons?
Oh, there's no holds bar on this.
I mean,
man.
but I'm trying to
Oh,
figure
the
out
original
why it
draft.
wasn't drafted originally.
Was it 3 seasons?
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Yeah. I thought-
So I guess we just neglected to
was
draft
it
it.
2 in a movie or was it 3 in a movie?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Eh,
Go
doesn't
with it.
Matter. It's Deadwood. So it came up on a Choose Our Own Adventure.
I remember
question.
that.
Yeah, and I'd never watched it. Leslie had never watched it, and we were like, "Oh, let's sit down and watch a little bit of Deadwood and see what it's all about." And westerns. You want to talk about prestige westerns? Deadwood was it. It was Deadwood before it was Hell on Wheels.
Yeah.
And man, I mean, look at all the people that came.
Yeah.
Powers Booth was up in there.
Had no idea Timothy the Elephant was in that.
Yeah, Timothy Oliphant
Oh, yeah.
was in that.
Hell yeah.
Ian McShane,
Ian
of course.
McShane, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There's people playing actual real characters like Wild Bill Hickok in there. A Calamity Jane, that character's in there as well. There's a lot of shit. Unser from Sons of Anarchy was in that show. There's a lot of good shit happening in Deadwood. Just the building of a town in the Wild West and all the politics around the shady government, the whores, the cops, the gamblers, and the transients passing through. It is such a good show. Brian, it was one of your favorite shows, or a show you really liked, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, when we talked about it on Choose Our Own Adventure, I think I was really harping on it. Like,
Yeah.
it's another one of those shows that could have only existed when it did on HBO, and even probably now. We're getting like a Western resurgence, but at the time, obviously, you're going to have to take your Western show right onto some kind of prestige provider there, and so God bless HBO
For taking a chance on a Western when people weren't really fucking with them at all.
Absolutely.
All right, let's keep this bad boy on a roll in Channel 1. What nonsense y'all coming out with?
We are going to go with The Queen's Gambit.
Well, there it is.
And I can't speak on it because I've never seen it.
Oh, man, really? Oh, what a show.
Great show.
I keep getting told that.
What a show.
I keep getting told that. And I know I'm supposed to. It's definitely on my list. It does look extremely compelling, something that I would be into. But I watched Ozark first.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I think I watched Queen's Gambit first because it was a limited series and I knew I'd be able to get through it. But man, yeah, what a
Speak on it.
The high stakes world of chess. What can be said about that? You know, I mean, like, it sounds like something on paper you'd be like, this isn't interesting. But you throw a couple pills in this kid, you get her in front of a chessboard.
How they present it is
yes.
well
Oh
done.
my God. When she's laying in bed and she's looking at the pattern on the wall and watching the giant shapes shift across her ceiling, like, oh my God. Like, she just lives chess in that show. And
Not on my list.
Anya Taylor-Joy, had been obviously on our radar since the Vivitch.
Yes.
But
The Vivitch.
Shout out to Bob Eggs.
yeah, old Eggy's Vivitch was a really great revelation with that wide-eyed, some would say maybe too wide-eyed young lass in it. She got giant eyes.
She does.
We love her for it. Queen's Gambit.
Great call, sir. Great
Unbelievably
call.
good show.
Miniseries, I think 8 episodes. It is a good period piece. Well done. If you've not checked out the Queen's Gambit, over to Channel 2. That we're going with. We got it locked in.
I think we're gonna roll with that.
That is all you then, sir.
All right, let's take it to some British television here.
We're going to the Brits, guys.
Yes, those good old Brits. We're gonna go with the episodes I've seen in the show. That show is pretty hardcore.
It's hardcore.
God, Luther.
Ooh, hey, there's a dark horse for you.
God damn, that's
I know you motherfuckers got your dark horse that you're holding on to.
Oh, we got.
do.
I got a fucking dark horse for you.
All right, we got 2 choices left. We need to really start looking at. All right, then. I mean, it's Idris Elba. I don't know if it put him on the map, but it
Because it was
exploded him
post Wire. It was after the Wire,
Yeah.
but so this was like what 2007 or 8 probably. Luther came around. Yeah, boy. I mean, it definitely was his first solo starring vehicle. So I mean,
he was the front man for it, whereas
Yeah.
Wire's a large ensemble cast. It's just we've had a million rogue, like rumpled cops shows.
Rumpled
Cop shows, but they do a really good job. His boss, the chick, is the lady Jessica from the Dune miniseries.
oh,
Saskia Reeves.
Wow.
Yeah. So seeing her, I'm like, oh, that's what the fuck she ended up doing. There's an 18-year gap between Dune and Luther, but still, that's where she landed, and it is a great. Not quite a crime procedural, kind of an overarching joint, I would say. Yeah. Good call, sir. Good call. Let's speed this on along as we are now over time. Channel 1.
So we are on pick number 18. You, I think, have the last 2 right here. I think we should totally do those.
Oh, okay. All right. We
That
need to
should
get
be
our
the last
shit
two.
together.
last 2, you do this.
All right. So I'm going to, I will,
No one probably talks about it.
I'm going to go with Upload.
Good.
The fuck is that?
It's been out for what, like a month?
Yeah.
It's got.
You mean 3 months at the time of this recording?
So yeah. It's. I mean, Jesus. Season 5 just.
If you have to ask, you need to get your fucking life right and get on that shit.
and Jermon, in your case, that means subscribe to Apple Plus.
No,
son of a bitch.
no. Upload is actually on Amazon.
Oh, is that right?
It's on Amazon.
What the hell show am
I have
thinking of?
Amazon.
Upload is they have a online afterlife, and if you die, you upload your consciousness to this online digital space like the Matrix. And
Sort of
then
like
people-
the metaverse.
Yeah. But it got me with that premise. But then as I watched it, it's by the same people that make The Good Place.
Yeah.
Michael Schur and some of those people. So Upload is on that premise alone, I was intrigued, but the way that actually plays out, like they have the people that live in the Upload verse have people that sit in cubicles with like VR goggles that are their personal assistants. That they go into this Upload, help them get whatever, or change their food or change their environment or whatever, and then come back out. People who pay more money can get more, more amenities in the afterlife. If you have left behind someone, that person can come and visit you via a screen and shit. And there's this whole subplot that runs along, like maybe this guy was actually killed and didn't just die of natural causes or what, but it's a really like hidden gem that I wanted to include on the list because I feel like people should be watching it. Because it is a really, really interesting, cool show that I think is being missed.
And it might take spark between the time it's recording and the time this is released.
Man, I hope so. They just wrapped season 2, and season 2 was fucking great too. Like, I really, really enjoyed watching that.
All right then. You think that might be it?
Yeah, I think that's the move. I think
That's the move. Okay then. Over to us. We're gonna go slightly afield. I think something that people might not be expecting. We're gonna take the Muppet Show.
Yeah. Applause.
Yeah, very good call. I thought about that, but then I was like, that original Muppet Show is just fucking bar none. There have been so many incarnations of the Muppets over the years that have not taken flight for one reason or another. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping when people see the Muppet Show, they think of the old school, the Muppet
original.
Show.
That's what they need to be
Although,
thinking of.
aren't they doing they just announced they're doing a Dr.
one?
Teeth show.
Yeah, they are doing
yeah.
an Electric Mayhem one.
I did watch some.
Oh, I watched that shit for sure.
Yeah, shout
I
out to my
watched
girl
Electric Mayhem.
Janice.
Yeah. I recently watched some episodes of, I guess it was the last one, Muppets Tonight, when they were doing the late night talk
Yeah,
show.
the late night talk show. Yeah.
It was actually not bad.
Was that the one? All right, so there was one. The most recent Muppet Show was on Disney Plus. It ran for like 6 episodes, and it was almost like little short segments that were being cobbled together by Scooter on a laptop.
I think it was the one before that. Then that was
yeah.
the one that was on ABC.
I did not like
Muppets
that
Tonight.
ABC one, man.
Yeah.
I was not here for it because it was filmed like Modern Family. It was filmed
Yeah.
like every show
Yeah,
at
like
the
a
time. And I was
mockumentary,
like, this
essentially.
isn't working for the
Not
Muppets.
for the Muppets.
Right.
But the most recent Disney Plus thing, there's like a regular segment on there where it's like the Swedish chef goes up against a celebrity chef and has to prepare a dish, and like Danny Trejo is there one time making tacos, and of course the Swedish chef is looking over like, and he's like just trying to cobble shit
Yeah,
together
throw
over
shit
there.
together, yeah.
It's a really, really solid 6 episodes.
Yeah, the Muppet Show is like an all-time classic. So many celebrities have come through there.
Mark Hamill.
yeah.
Mark Hamill. So many great like pigs in space.
Pigs in space.
So many great
So many
characters.
great characters in there as well.
Link Hogthrob.
Statler Waldorf. That's
That's the ultimate peanut
just
gallery.
the haters. Man. Just-
Yes, a haters
Yes.
row up there, and I aspire to be those old men when I get their age. All right, then your penultimate pick, Channel 1. You dicks.
All right, I think we're gonna do dual dark horses here. So
I don't like this shit at all.
this is Brian had these on his list, and I agree with them being on here. So I'm gonna let you have it.
Do you want to go? Should we go in that order? You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So
They're not gonna draft that. They are not fucking picking. I
Fair
lay
enough.
money on the fact that's not gonna happen.
Fair enough. Okay, so 19th pick for us is Freaks and Geeks.
Very
Which ran
well
for
done.
1 season.
Yeah, I wasn't picking that shit.
Definitely.
I've seen it, but I'm not. That wasn't on my radar.
Not enough
Oh, no,
people
not
watched
that
it when
one.
it was on. Not enough people watched it when it was on.
Yeah.
It went away, came back, and had one of those just miraculous second lives, kind of like Firefly, honestly. But it also, like Firefly, launched the careers of just a plethora of people. Seth Rogen. James Franco, take it or leave it. John Daly,
John Francis Daly.
John Francis Daly, and
Linda
of course,
Carter.
Martin
of
Starr.
course, Linda
Cardellini.
got her start
Let's
there
not
too.
forget about Sam Levine. As
Yep,
well.
Sam Levine, Martin Starr, and Busy Phillips. Also, they all came out of that show, and it's a show that I got to like the second to last episode and stopped, and it took me probably a year to finally watch that last one because I just didn't want it to be over. And I knew that when I put that in, that was it. That was the last time we were going to see the Weir family, and I am banking on that nostalgia dopamine hit for Freaks and Geeks because
I
a
think
lot of
that's
people
smart.
have that love in them, man.
Okay, then. Our final pick. Are we sure this is what we're going to win? Are you feeling confident?
Yeah, I think that's.
Peaky Blinders.
Okay,
We're going Peaky fucking Blinders.
good pick.
What did I tell you? What did I say? What did I say?
You were right. Hey, what can I say? You're always right. Hey.
We're going Peaky Blinders, which has now secured us the Ellsworth vote if Letterkenny didn't knock y'all out of contention already.
Well, we'll see about that.
I mean, yeah, it's one of the last great crime shows, period crime pieces that aren't they're just weird knockoffs of Peaky Blinders. Really, Killian Cheekbones Murphy is great in that show. Cheekbones Murphy, man, that dude is just all emaciated face.
Right.
Every time I see
Those
him.
fucking eyes, man.
Those fucking haunted eyes, Murphy. All sorts of great British people have come through there. Tom Hardy has a great run on that show as well.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill's a fucking asshole all throughout that.
There's like a lot of Batman villains on this show. Then
Kind of. His Irish accent is horrible, but he's still just a right proper fuck. It's a good show. It has come to an end. I'm sure it was great, but yeah, it's one of those great like British or BBC holdover to Americas that really took hold. Man, Peaky fucking Blinders is our last pick. What is your last pick that you think is so great?
This is a silver.
Is this your game-winning pick?
This is the silver bullet.
This- yeah,
All right.
this was- he
when I
showed it
said-
to me. I agree.
When I
agree.
said at the beginning of the thing, I'm like, this is a silver bullet.
Silver Bullet is offensive to Werewolf Americans.
Not the WAs.
So this is a show that everybody grew up with. I think that is of a certain age, and not like the boomer generation, but certainly anybody who came after that grew up with this show to one degree or another. The person behind this show is a legend, beloved by all,
Yeah.
absolutely beloved human being. Reading Rainbow is our final pick.
Yes.
Holy shit! Yeah, that was a fucking dark horse there. God
Dude,
damn.
that's that good shit.
So you're silly
That's
kid.
that good shit right there.
damn.
So I'm just going to put these headphones down and leave.
That was a bit of a mic drop there.
That's a hell of a mic drop. Well fucking done.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
God,
Yeah. What's the talk about it?
Butterfly in the motherfucking sky.
Yeah, it's one of the great educational shows. of our
I mean,
time.
it's the show, man. Like people talk about Bill Nye in the '90s and stuff like that, but it's like everybody still talks about LeVar Burton.
Right.
LeVar Burton's whole podcast is based on the fact that people wanted more Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody wants a generation to not have their Reading Rainbow. They want them to have the Reading Rainbow.
His whole Jeopardy run is kind of based off the fact that we learned shit from this motherfucker as kids.
Yes, and we want it back.
Yeah.
We need that back.
That episode, I still remember to this day that episode he did where he was actually on the set of TNG.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, hey kids, I'm on this other show.
Yeah, that's a great call. So let me run down the list of Channel 1. Pete and
Good luck
Brian
with that.
shit.
God damn, that's on the list.
The Boys, Ozark, Watchmen, Peacemaker, The Good Place, Firefly, Mayor of Easttown, Community, Letterkenny, Handmaid's Tale, Raised by Wolves, Yellowstone, 30 Rock, Fargo, The Expanse, Bob Burgers, Queen's Gambit, Upload, Freaks and Geeks, and Reading Rainbow. Wow. You feeling all right with that?
I mean, like, I feel like we could have cast goddamn Game of Thrones in there and put Reading Rainbow at the end.
And Channel 2, myself and your mom, we got Mando. Ted Lasso, Atlanta, Batman the Animated Series, What We Do in the Shadows, WandaVision, Better Call Saul, Key and Peele, Fleabag, Invincible, Lovecraft Country, Succession, Schitt's Creek, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Cowboy Bebop, anime, Squid Game, Deadwood, Loofah, The Muppet Show, and Peaky fucking Blinders.
Oh, damn.
Good
This
picks
is
all
gonna
around.
be a battle.
Good picks all
This
around.
is gonna be
See, when you
Two
said
juggernauts.
when you said you were going like a little bit off the plan there with Muppet Show, I was like, oh shit, are they gonna snipe it? Are they gonna? Is it possible that they had the same idea I did about Reading Rainbow?
That was nowhere on my radar.
Nowhere on my radar,
Man.
So we will see how this all goes, man. Our first tag team draft. You all listening? Let us know how we did, man.
I hope you
and
made
if
it to
you
the
want more of that, I hope you made it this far. We will see. But voting is up, man. We will see what is it. Team 1, Team 2. We will get this all figured out. Until next time, the horror draft right here on Poprika.